How's it been, everyone? I was muted a little longer than I thought I was. Oops. It's a great start. It's truly a great start. It's been so long. It truly has. No, it really has. Yeah. We are back. We are so back. It's the first stream in 30 days. But actually, it's been a while. Yeah. I miss streaming. It was weird. I will say though, it was mighty nice having a break. I'm in post time skip hair right now. This shit's long. But where's chat? Where's chat? How do I summon you guys? There we go. Oh, hi everyone. Look at this cute Pokemon shirt I got in Japan. Look at all these guys. Oh, Cosmic, thank you for the 30 gifted. Yeah, you've been saving those in, huh? And it has like all the little Japanese names on them. Oh my god. I didn't prepare a PowerPoint or anything though. But I am excited to be back. It's been a while. It truly has. Yeah, I should have made a PowerPoint. Maybe I still can. My thing is like I kind of want to save it for my video, you know? Because I am planning a pretty big video on it. I recorded the script yesterday, and I used this stream layout to record my scripts when I talk to the camera, and some offline chat fucked it up. Someone makes a cameo in my upcoming video, so thanks for that. Yeah, so I had to mute chat. So if I ever open stream and chat's not there, it's because I muted it for recording. Anyways, how is it going? It's been so long. It's been so long. I got this one fucking hair here. Oh my god, what's going? Oh, whatever. Hey. Dude, I don't even know where to start. I think it's the fact I had music last time. Let me think. How was the Eve concert? It was good. I met your boyfriend in Japan? Oh, based, maybe. I'm sure he was nice. How do I start this trip? Let me talk about... So why did I even go to Japan in the first place? I'll make this quick, because I want to talk about the Japan trip. But it started out, Pokemon flew me out for Worlds, right? And that was awesome. Hashtag Pokemon partner and all that stuff. But... You know how hype it is? My two favorite franchises of all time are Pokemon and One Piece. And if you're caught up on One Piece, manga or anime, you know that now is like the best time to visit Japan because One Piece is everywhere. And it's like the coolest time to have visited Japan as a One Piece fan. And also Pokemon was at the height because there was so much Pokemon stuff everywhere. At Worlds and whatnot like that. Japan Jacob, hi Adriana, hello. Also, okay, so first off, went for Pokemon Worlds. The Pokemon Company took us to like all their Pokemon Center stores in Shibuya and Tokyo, or I guess that's the same one. Well, we went to another one at the Sunshine City Mall, and they also had the giant One Piece store there. I spent a lot of money there. And then I went to Worlds. They took us to Creatures, like the headquarters where they make like the actual Pokemon cards. And we got an interview with like the head honcho for Creatures, which was crazy. I didn't expect that going into it. And look, I don't really like, I think stuff like that's cool, but I'm not the guy who's like starstruck and like reaching my hand up trying to ask a question, you know? I just kind of sit there in the background and lurk. And I think my favorite highlight of that whole day at Creatures was there was a guy there, another creator, very nice guy. He was great. I won't out him for this because I think it's really funny though. And he asked a question of like, reasonable question, like, how do you at Creatures determine which Pokemon get cards? Do you feel like only like you ignore a lot because you've only made 2 Man-type cards since the Pokemon's inception? And it's like, is this guy a Man-type fan? You know, I didn't know there were Man-type shooters out there. So And they have like a giant monitor behind where this interview is happening. And then they pull up all the Mantite cards, and sure enough, there are only 2 Mantite cards. And of course, the head honcho at Creatures is like talking to a translator, and then they tell us the answer back. And the answer the head guy, the big boss man at Creatures gave us was like, yeah, man, sometimes Pokemon just get left behind. Like, there's a lot of them now, but also I like to make cards of my favorite guys, and my favorite Pokemon's Gengar. And I was like, that's such a based answer. That's so sick. And then it makes so much sense. Yeah. So, like, if you ever see new Gengar cards, you're like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, huh? I just thought he was funny. He was so mask off at the answer. And then what else we do? We got to work with the balance team, and they explained like how they balance cards. And I thought that was really interesting because it's not something you really think of. That they have like a full staff of people who just play the Pokemon card game and like work out the balance. They have like a wall of shelves or like drawers that has every Pokemon card ever made in every language. And it's like, that's sick. But yeah, and then that was cool in the Creatures. I had a lot of good food. I think that's the thing I missed immediately from Japan, was the worst meal I had there was like an 8 or 9 out of, like a 7 or 8 out of 10, you know? All the food was phenomenal. That's the thing I missed the most. Not just like your typical like Japanese food that you would expect, but like everything was good. They did everything good there. Let me grab my water real quick. Yeah, it's so cheap. The currency exchange was so in our favor. It was like, for every $1, I got an extra $0.50 for free. It was phenomenal. Yeah, all the food from other countries is so much better. Yeah, like, okay, imagine any food. Like, I had dude, I'm a huge pasta fiend. I know every good pasta place in Los Angeles, up and down, I swear. But when I went there, I had the best pasta of my entire life. Straight up. Because think about this. One, they know what the fuck they're doing with noodles over there. And then imagine pasta with fucking Wagyu beef that's fresh. That is like, it's just a thought I never even explored before. You know? That is incredible. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds delicious. I'm a huge gnocchi fan, and they had gnocchi with like a meat sauce with like Wagyu beef there. And that was the best food I've ever had in my entire life. Hands down. I really had to think about it, but I think it's true. I had the best steak at a hole in the wall. Like, oh my god. I had the best fried rice, best ramen, duh, of course. The best fish. Like, oh, it was such a... it was so good. It was so good. I made friends, though. I made a friend. One time, I was half drunk walking... Not half drunk. A little buzzed. I was a little buzzed. And I was walking around my Airbnb, and I found this this hole in the wall, right? Literally, like, I walk by, like, all these skyscrapers of buildings. I look down like, it's a dark hallway at night, and there's, like, one light shining that says open. And it was, like, an Italian flag on it. And I was like, huh. So I just waltzed in there, used my broken Japanese, said hello, sat down. And I had lasagna. And the lasagna was immaculate. It was so good. The best lasagna I've ever had. And I sat down and, you know, they asked, like, what do I want? And they had, like, an expensive steak. And I was like, sure, I'll try this expensive Japanese steak. So I walk in there, and they said, sir, we warn you. And again, they're speaking to me in Japanese, and... my Japanese is not great, but I can get through. I can get by in Japan. And the thing that made me wonder was, like, it's kind of like that speckled kind of language learning when you know certain, like, they're speaking sentences at you and you're like, I know what a couple of these words mean, so you just kind of assume what the rest of the sentence means. And it was something steak kilogram. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I didn't realize the smallest size they made for that steak is a kilogram. And I was like, I probably know how big that is. Like a pound. Here, let me do the 1 kg to 1 pound. Yeah, it's 2.2 pounds. So I order 2.2 pounds worth of a steak. Did not know that's what I was doing. And yeah, America moment. And so then the guy brings out the steak, and the chef, like, I'm right next to, like, because every restaurant over there is very small. This place seats like 8 people, and some of the best food I've ever had. It seats 8 people, and I'm like sharing a window with the chef. And this Japanese chef, he's probably like my age, and he's cheesing. He's like, American eating 2.2 pounds. That's crazy. You know, he thinks it's intentional. So, he was laughing. He was watching me eat with like interest. And yeah, he was about my age. And I was like, fuck, dude, wait. I do have a picture of the steak. I'll pull it up on my phone real quick. Let me find it. I ate it pretty early in my trip. I can probably find it. I just want you guys to get like a visual for what the steak looked like, so you can really, really just appreciate it. Okay, let me keep scrolling. Oh my god, here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, ooh. Yeah, ooh, it was good. I'm not a steak guy. Like, I am not a steak guy. But they had like, it was like drizzled with lemon, and then they had like all like this pepper to the side for you to like dab your steak in before eating it. And now I'm like only eating steak like that going forward. It was beautiful presentation, and I fucking tried. If I didn't get that lasagna beforehand, I would probably have like finished it. I think I could have. I felt full. It's like I felt painfully full, but not in like a sick way. Like it was so good. And then after that, like, they were talking to me, like, they asked, I got a box, I ate it for leftovers the next day, and then I told Jaden about this pasta place, and, because obviously Jaden and I were both in Japan, so like, maybe a few days later, I brought Jaden to get dinner there one night, and it was the same chef there, and I can tell that he's talked about the American who ate the giant steak, because everyone knew who I was. On my second time of visiting there, everyone knew who I was. And I come back, and the lasagna wasn't too big. It was like one little square like this. So I ordered 2 lasagnas, and you know, the server, who was not there the last time I ate there, he was like, no steak this time, you know. I was fucking like, no, I'm not getting the steak. And so I ordered the lasagna. It's delicious. We got a few appetizers. It was great. And then I'm leaving. Like, Jaden and I, delicious food. Mwah, thank you. I'm getting up to leave, and the chef. Oh my god! Wait. Let me backtrack a little bit. Actually, on the first night, I was talking to the server, and I was like complimenting very specific parts of the steak, and like the seasoning and everything with it. And then he asked me a question, and if you're a tourist in Japan and you don't know what they're asking, you smile and go, hi, and just nod. And you just hope it's right. He was, right? Which means yes for the uninformed. And he was asking if I'm a chef. Because my compliments were so specific, the only way I can know is if I'm a chef from America. So maybe that's why the whole place knew who I was on the second time. And then again, Jaden and I are leaving, and the chef comes around, and his English is pretty broken. Probably like he spoke as much English as I spoke Japanese. And he comes around and he goes, no meat? And I'm like, No. No, just a big sumimasen for me. And he just hits me with, meet next time. Next time, meet. And I'm like, hi, right? Yeah, so next time, meet, right? And so I was like, I didn't even know if I was going to make time to go to that restaurant again. But after he said that to me, I was definitely going back. So on the night before I went back to America, like on my last night there, I made it a point to go back to that restaurant. And he was there, of course. And he like, I walk through the door and he's like cheesing. He's happy. I sit right next to him again. We're talking a little more this time. And I don't even fuck with the appetizers. I just say meat. And he brings it out. I eat the meat. And then same steak as last time, just as big. Because I didn't even want to eat it for me. I wanted to eat it for him. So I ate the meat. I ate all the meat. The 2.2 pounds worth of brilliant steak. It was incredible. And then we talked a little bit at the end. And it was like very much so like... I would speak in broken Japanese to him. And he would reply back with broken English. Which is kind of how you talk to a lot of people. Because it's like... It's probably better for him to speak broken English to me for me to understand it. And it's probably better for me to speak broken Japanese for him to understand it, you know? So that's how a lot of conversation works there with tourists, I feel. Because it's like, if I start speaking English, well, if he can only speak broken English, he can probably only understand broken English too, right? So it's like, it's easier for us to communicate by speaking two broken languages at each other. And I think that's really cool, actually. So... we were having like this very elementary conversation, and he told me, I told him I was like, this is my last night in Japan, and he said come back next time, learn the language, and we will have a conversation. And I don't know, that shit was like, that hit me, right? Yeah. So now it's like I have to go back to Japan, go to the same restaurant, be fluent so I can have a conversation with this one chef, and then also become a chef in the meantime. Yeah, no, that guy was incredible. We didn't even get each other's names. But if I see it, like, it made it feel so much more special, you know? For what it's worth, I've hired a Japanese tutor, and they're coming over to my house once a week now. So that's going to be fun. Don't gatekeep the restaurant. Dude, I don't even know the name of it. It's in Minato City. And that's it. That's all I really know. It was like that's it. I don't know the name of the restaurant. It was a hole in the wall, man. Oh my god. And dude, Sea Dog took me to a restaurant too, and it was really good food. And the craziest thing, it was like an upscale restaurant, and the crazy thing is, I look over a couple tables to my right, and fucking Matsuda's there. The creator of Pokemon is just sitting a few tables over from me, and that was like, holy fuck. That's crazy, right? No, like legit, just in the wild. Yeah, no, isn't that insane? 50%, that was a random guy? What's with the weird projected racism? No. So, I met him earlier in the weekend, because he had like a whole meet and greet with creators. It was very dry bones. It was kind of like just like, I got on stage, said hello, his translator translated what I said, he signed something for me, and then we left. But I really stand out in Japan because of the hair. So he looked over at me, gave me like one of those, and moved on. But I feel like he did recognize me. But I don't have anything to say to him. But I thought that was cool. Yeah, just one of those. Yeah, real recognize real. What was funny, Pokemon Challenges did get a moment with Matsuda, and he asked him if he's heard of a Nuzlocke before, and he said no. So, yeah. I do wonder, Anyone from Japan in my chat? Does anyone know or like watch a lot of Japanese creators? Like, are Nuzlocke big in Japan? Because I really have no idea if like Nuzlocke even. It might just be a Western thing. I have no idea. No, they're not. Got it. Yeah, Japanese username made it real clear to me. Yeah, I assume not. But, because I was like, it wouldn't make sense for any Western Pokemon staff to not know about Nuzlocke. But it might make sense for Eastern Pokemon staff to not know about Nuzlocke, you know? Oh, it has a different name? Oh, that makes sense. Nintendo isn't a fan, by the way, of Nuzlocke. Dude, they don't care about Nuzlocke. I promise you. I have had direct conversations with Pokemon and Nintendo stuff. They do not care about Nuzlocke. Game Freak is actually against Nuzlocke. No, they're not. I don't think that's true. Hi, Bestie. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, I know that there was like a podcast moment of people talking about when they said they didn't like Nuzlocke, they were referring to like ROM hacks, like randomizer Nuzlocke. They don't like randomizers, but they don't care about Nuzlocke because it's not changing, it's not modifying the game. Yeah. Yeah, they just don't like mods. I think it's crazy that they dislike mods even as simple as like randomizers, you know? Dude, I spent so much money. I'm gonna ask my accountant to add up all my purchases because I need to know. But yeah, I spent a lot though. I bought a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of gifts though, and that's the big thing. Oh my god. This is probably one of the funniest things to have happened to me. Dude, I'm like scared. I'm going to put this story in a short, but I'm scared that it's all people are going to call me for a while. So, I was at a Shonen Jump store. It was just all stores like from every series in Shonen. It was incredible. And so I was in the store, and then this child, like this like 6-year-old Japanese boy, points at me and says like "san" and like "Ji-san," and I didn't know what that meant. But the mom like grabbed him, pulled him away, and like apologized and everything like that. So I was like, weird. It's probably just like a term for foreigner or something like that, because I heard it broken up. And then I was in the shower the next day sitting there thinking about it. And it wasn't that I was like a foreigner. He just called me Sanji-san. Because this was probably the first blonde man he's ever seen. Sanji from One Piece, you know? Yeah, it was cute. Honestly, it's kind of cute. But I just think it's really funny that he sees the first blonde man in his life, perhaps. And he's like... Yeah, the mom apologizing. Yeah, I could see why she was embarrassed. But, yeah, guys, someone was like, actually, Gaijin is foreigner. And it's like, I'm just saying, I have a lot of offensive words I could call a foreigner if I wanted to. It's the American way. I thought they had more than one. Maybe they had a meaner way to say it. That's all I was saying. I think it's also really interesting that foreigner is such a common word. You know? Like, for me, I think in America, if you call someone a foreigner, it feels offensive. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's strange. Because I think it might just be that America is like much more diverse, which is kind of what I realized being in Japan. But it's weird that America is as diverse as it is and as racist as it is. You know, I feel like when you factor that in, you kind of expect us to be more accepting. That's the crazy part. Like, America's really diverse. It's crazy how diverse the country actually is. Like, I'm not saying I understand it, but when Japan is more racist towards everyone else and they see people of other race so infrequently, I'm like, I can get that. I understand how that happens, but it's really strange that we're so exposed to, like, everyone's, like, other race, religion, everything, diversity, and we're still, like, as bigoted as we are. It's crazy. I think our diversity is what makes the racism as a vert. I get that. Like, I mean, 100%, yeah. But it's just crazy to me that that's the case. I don't know. It's weird. Huh. Yeah, bad history. Yeah. Didn't luck out of that one. I played the new Fortnite season a little bit. Hey, Jacob, I'm sorry I passed you and Jaden in Yokohama and I told her I loved her content. I also love your content. Okay, I did. I did. Okay, I remember you because I did make a mental note about that. I just wasn't going to cause a scene. Someone comes up to me and says, this person apparently comes up and goes, oh, hi, Alpharad. Hi, Jaden. Love your content. And I'm like... I'm glad that they also thought about that. That's really funny. Because I definitely did. There was a couple. I know that one was like on accident, yeah. But there were like a couple people who would come up to me and Jaden, because we were always together, and they'd say something like, "Hey, Alpharad, love your content. Jaden, love your content more." And I get that they're trying to be funny, but it just felt mean-spirited, you know? I think it's rude. I think it's rude. Like, I get what they're trying to be, but I'm like, I think it's rude. Yeah, I think it's weird behavior. Yeah. Like, Jaden's is higher effort, don't get me wrong. So, like, I wasn't offended. It's just kind of like a... You know? I don't know. An egg-lock today. If you guys remember the egg-lock streams before I went out of town, it handles horribly. It's very not well optimized. So I want to fix that before I continue the egg-lock. They updated Citra, so it might work. I'm going to do a few things on my end personally before we can do it. Yeah, what is Hey, Alpha, you a bitch. Told Jaden she's awesome. Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes. Oh, also, fun fact I learned when I was there, Pokemon directly told me they don't give a shit about emulation. That's cool. Yeah, we can be chill about that now. Yeah, that's a dub. Oh, that's a huge dub. Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to change their relationship with creators. Because remember, Pokemon and Nintendo are two separate companies. And how they handle their public means and everything like that. Yeah, like, keep in mind, like, I'm not saying, like, Nintendo said that, right? Like, it's whatever. Emulation, sure, but what about downloading old ROMs? What do you mean? I've never done that. And you haven't either, right? Because we're talking about something different now. But when it comes to emulation, we're good! Oh, also, chat, we got some new emotes thanks to Toasty. God bless Toasty. One of my favorite emotes. Now when I say shake, chat, watch, you have a response now. Look at this, chat. Look at this. You get a response. See that? That's incredible. I think that's one of my favorite emotes. That's a shake made for you. I really like that it's mainly because of Twitch Plays Pokemon. We really adopted the default Twitch smiley face as what chat looks like for all the drawings. Honestly, I'd love to make some other emotes with the Twitch smiley face just so like so chat can have more like representation. We're working on another emote where it's just the chat. It's gonna be for a backseating. It's an animated emote of like Hacker Man, but it's with the chat smiley face. So it's gonna be a good one. Also, Pixie, hi. I think I said hi to you, but I read your name. I didn't know if I didn't say hi. Pixie and I are competing in a Fortnite tournament I'm going to stream in like a week and a half. So, that'll be interesting. Where did I get this Hawaiian Pokemon shirt? Dude, the craziest thing... You guys can give us a quick guess if you want. On just like, where did I actually... get the shirt? You would probably guess like Pokemon Center or something like that. Japan. Yes, it was in Japan. I haven't seen anyone guess it. This was at Universal Studios. Yeah, I gotta say, Universal Studios Japan is the best theme park experience I've ever had. It was just so fucking cool. Dude, they had... Yeah, the Pokeball... Like, this is a pocket, by the way. You know? And... Dude, it was just cool, because they had, like... You know those, like, Shrek 4D rides that you have at Universal, like, Hollywood and Orlando? That was Jujutsu Kaisen. You know? They had a Jujutsu Kaisen 4D ride. And that's sick. And let me try and find something else. They had like multiple One Piece rides as well. And they also had some unique food. Like, oh, chat, you are not ready for this, right? They had a whole like One Piece restaurant. They had Luffy meat plate. They had Frankie's American chicken and you know stuff like that. You guys are not ready for this one though, because it's Universal Studios. They have IP like Jaws, you know? The Jaws dog. Holy shit. Dude, the Jaws dog. Oh, that is crazy, man. Oh, the Jaws dog. Okay, let me try and find... Also, I went to the Kirby Cafe, and look at this. That's dessert. Oh, that was so cute. Oh. And then he had a fatal accident. So I think the other thing with America is that whenever you see like these little novelty gimmick pop-up shops, you kind of expect the food to be bad. You know what I mean? And the Kirby Cafe was like phenomenal. I talked to Emily, like Emmy Richu, because she has like a whole career in going to pop-up cafes. And she did say that Kirby was the best one, to be fair. But it was still really good. Like, this is video because I'm gonna make a short TikTok out of it or whatever. But like, look how ooey gooey cheesy this pizza is. Oh my god. It was good. Also, look at this cute little drink that they had. Wait, I need to turn my brightness even more down. Look at that. That's a little blue drink. I thought it was going to be alcoholic, and it wasn't, and I guess it is the Kirby Cafe, to be fair. But it's just Sprite with blue food coloring in it, and it has a little marshmallow Kirby you can eat. It felt a little fucked up eating him, though, but I did eat that motherfucker. Do not worry. No, that store, that food, legitimately, the food was good. The food was super good. And then something crazy was at the this is a video. At the One Piece live show, they let us. If you've ever been to Universal, you guys know what Waterworld is, right? It's just a giant live show that they have. It's Waterworld all day in Japan, and at night for the last show, it's One Piece themed, which is sick. And we couldn't record the whole show, but I could record the last song, and I just try to highlight all the costumes. Look at that walk, though. The costuming was phenomenal. Like, these are all practical, you know? Like, no CGI here. Yeah, I'm sorry that this is how I'm delivering all of this. I didn't come prepared. I didn't put all the files on my computer or anything. But I guess this works, right? Yeah, see, I'm trying to get a shot of everyone. Dude, look at this chop. I think the chopper was the funniest fucking one. Look at this pitiful little bastard. Like, there's like a 10-year-old in there. Yes, Senior Pink was there too. Not the character I'd expect. The Perona. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's your Tashigi. Oh yeah, Zora's just there. He's lost. Ha ha ha! Get it? It's a reference. But yeah, it was a super like fan servicey show. I think it like again, that shit didn't have subtitles, right? So I kind of had to guess on what the plot was. How much Japanese did you need to get by? I think there's the difference of me and Jaden, right? Like I wanted to. I'm a big language guy. I love language. I love learning the language whenever I travel. I like preemptively learning language, and I'm so fascinated by it. I love language. So yeah, if you're staying close to Tokyo, I think you can get by with like 5 phrases in Japan. Like they're really accommodating for tourists, I feel. But I was actively trying to compound my knowledge. I felt like by the end of my Japan trip, I could at least get through a full conversation in Japanese if the conversation tree went as expected. You know what I mean? But as soon as it deviated slightly, it was just like I was in panic mode. Did you ever feel awkward when you didn't understand someone? No. So here's the thing. I've traveled internationally a lot, right? I would say the only language I feel comfortable like actually like speaking conversationally in like fully is Spanish. And any other language, like when I went to Sweden for a little bit, I picked up some like very, 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 very little. It's like enough to get by. Hello, sorry. I think sorry, excuse me is like the biggest words you need in another country. And yeah, you just have to have a flowchart, really. And are you fluent in Spanish? No, but I think I can listen, and I can read Spanish really well. I can listen to Spanish kind of, but I kind of learned Spanish without speaking it, so I have to do like the mental translation every time I speak, so I'm a little slower with it. But I can get by with Spanish. Which is nice. It's nice. But I would love to be like a guy who just knows language. Yeah, sorry. There's Phantom. There he is. I wanted to make the AC on. It wasn't off. Yeah, there's also I don't speak. Whatever. Speak some Japanese on stream. I don't want to. I don't like. The thing is, I like learning language, but until I'm like super competent or fluent or whatever, I don't really like speaking language on stream because I think people are weird and backseaty and gatekeepy about it. I think like the biggest thing is I think it's a very American thing. But yeah, you were asking, do I feel uncomfortable not speaking like the full language or whatever? I know, because I think like so this, I don't want this like sound grandstandy or whatever, but oh, also why is my chat it's frozen now? You guys can still see me just fine. Oh, well, my internet do not be working outside of stream. Yeah, like it's chat's frozen on my monitors, but not here, which is weird. Yeah, weird. Okay. Yeah, I can no longer see the Twitch dashboard. That's so strange. Are we done with music now? All right, I'm gonna do something. It might crash the stream, but it should fix things. One sec. One sec. Are we good? Are we good? Are we still good? Are we still good? We lived? Let me refresh. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Okay. So, did it start a new stream VOD, or did it... Because I need to know this for the future. Did it start as a new stream, or are we still kicking? It's the same VOD? Okay, awesome. So, I now know if I quickly unplug and plug in my Ethernet cable, we're just still kicking. Awesome. That's good to know. That's good to know. So now, fixing internet's super easy now. Got it. I was always too scared to do that, but I was like, we're early enough in stream where I can get away with trying. But yeah, to go back to the question that I keep going back to, did I feel uncomfortable not speaking a language I wasn't like fully competent in? No, because I think, I could just not understand the culture, right? I could just be coming from a different perspective. But growing up in America, I feel like you always hear people make fun of like heavy accents, right? And you hear people make fun of broken English. And again, maybe they do in other cultures, but I'm not exposed to it, so I don't know. But every time... So I think when you grow up with that, you're very scared to learn and try other language because you feel like they're going to make fun of you. That was me. But every time whenever I speak Spanish in very authentic, I've been to authentic like Mexican restaurants, or when I go like out of town, I've been like Costa Rica, Mexico, and like I can speak Spanish. I mean, even in Japan, there was like when I really need help, I kind of look for the white people, and I asked them, in Japanese of like, hey, do you speak English? And they were like, they just shook their head. And I was like, oh, okay, so you speak English. And they're like, no hablo inglés. And I was like, oh my God, perfect. That's the other one I know. So it was weird. I got by in Japan on a conversation with Spanish too. But I think every time I've spoken a different language, no matter how broken it is, they just seem nice. They just seem excited that white boy's trying, So that was my experience, that they seem very eager to talk to you, even in your broken language. Because I think of it this way. There's also like a big stereotype on Americans that they kind of expect everyone to cater to them and their English. So whenever you just try, like the bar is very low. So you just have to try. And I think they really appreciate that. Yeah, it's the Nihongo Gyozo moment for sure. I did get Nihongo Gyozo'd a few times, though. I didn't know that was a thing until Braden, Captain Kidd, who's fluent, he told me about it. He said, watch out for it. And I did. It did happen to me a little bit. Is it Jozu? I don't fucking know. What's it mean? It means good job, white boy. It's Jozu. Okay. I know if I pronounced the U or not. It's pretty much just good job, white boy. It just means you're Japanese good, but it's like, it's used in moments where it's like, it's really not. It's more of like, you're trying is what, like, yeah, it directly translates to good Japanese, but Braden told me that the context of it is very much like, you're trying. It's like, keep up the effort. Yeah. Yeah, it's a gold star. I mean, I think it's funny. It felt good. It's a little patronizing. I don't think it's patronizing because it's not intended to be. It's just like they're supporting you. Like they're supporting you. They're just like, it's when Think of you being a coach for like a little league soccer team. Those kids aren't good at all, but you still want to be like, good job. It's positive reinforcement. You know, they're trying to cheer you on. It's a good thing. It's a nice thing. It's not sarcastic. It's just you don't deserve the compliment, but they want to. Yeah, it's a bless your heart. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. What else is interesting? Oh my god, it's I know I probably have like super thick foreigner accent because I can't even hear what my accent sounds like. Comparatively, I don't know enough. I know it's bad. But I think it's crazy how direct the language is. Because I would, if you just learn a few things, I realized that I would be at a restaurant and I would say, "Hey, excuse me, can I get some water?" And they're like, "Yes, you can." Like they were popping off that I can say that in Japanese. They love that shit. But yeah, that's kind of my point. Is like, even if I have super thick foreigner accent, I can only speak a few sentences. They were just super ecstatic that I was even trying. Yeah, and it's crazy that like the question of "Can I have some water, please?" It's just really translates to "Water, please," and it's polite. You know, weird country. Can we talk about the? Oh wait, what was it? Was there any JoJo merch in Japan? I didn't find a lot of JoJo merch. I found like a couple shirts at the Shonen Jump stores, but from what one of my friends told me, what Manu Ohara, One Piece YouTuber, I got dinner with him. Some of you might know him. He just talked to me about like all the anime that's popular here, and it's really interesting how different it is. Because he asked me for all of the stuff of like where should I look for and whatnot, and like One Piece is everywhere, of course, so that was awesome. But Jujutsu Kaisen was like next up there. That was huge. Everyone loved Jujutsu Kaisen, and he told me that like Attack on Titan, because I was surprised, like I didn't see any Attack on Titan stuff there, and I brought that up to him, and he's like, "Dude, Japan doesn't even like Attack on Titan. Like it's like not even big there," and I think that's crazy to me. Yeah, yeah, they're so real for that. So base, so base. I thought Sailor Moon would be bigger. But like what they described to me as was like Sailor Moon is kind of what like young moms have. Like it's just older, which I guess makes sense. It made me feel a little old, but I was just surprised. I thought that would be a more aesthetic thing, you know? I like Attack on Titan for the record. I think that's awesome. Yeah, it's an aesthetic thing. Trying to think of like all the other stuff I saw. So how big Sanrio? Dude, fucking massive. What I was not prepared for was that Peanuts is massive over there. Like Snoopy, Charlie Brown and shit. Specifically Snoopy. Snoopy is everywhere. I was shocked. That's just something I didn't even think about. But they are everywhere. Yeah, it's probably like, yeah, their Westaboo stuff. Yeah, Japan loves Snoopy. Yeah, Sarah, like, my friend told me that, like, pretty much every Japanese mom loves Snoopy, and then Sarah vouched for her mom on that one. Yeah, people love Snoopy over there. Yeah, and then I went to a Miku concert, which was incredible. It was just a weird experience, right? Just getting to see a Vocaloid live. Wait, where'd my thing go? Oh no. What did the projection look like? I was a little less impressed by the Vocaloid like projection than I expected. It was more of like an optical illusion than like a hologram, you know? The whole stage is kind of like centered in like this ergonomic design to make it look like it goes back super far. And then they have a black screen in the middle that blends in with the whole design of the stage. And it's just a little curved. It has some depth to it. And the screen makes it look like the stage also goes very far back. It's really smart, but it was more of like now, the smoke and mirrors, I see through it now. And it's not as apparent when watching videos, but it made a lot of sense to me. It's just an optical illusion. But it was still really cool. How was the Eve concert? The Eve concert? Okay, so I go to a lot of concerts in America, and I'm a little bit of a concert snob. I will be honest. I fucking hate when people record concerts on their phone. I don't make a big deal about it. I hate it though. I hate the culture of that. And I'm a guy, I want to get one picture of the stage to document that I was here. And that's it. That's all I really want to do. But like, it's the fucking girl. Why are you recording the whole concert for your Instagram story? No one's gonna fucking watch it. You're not gonna watch it. Like, no, like, you're not even gonna, it's gonna sound like shit. No one's gonna watch it. You're not gonna want to revisit it and go back. Just watch it on fucking YouTube. It's someone else did. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. But what's so fucking cool is that the culture of Japan, they ban cell phones. They fucking ban cell phones from concerts. That is badass. Oh my god. You walk into the concert hall, phones banned. Oh, and usually, so this is what they do. What they will ban phones, but they'll do one song at the end where you can bring your phones out. Which culturally, that's so sick. It makes so much sense, right? Like, you give the people an opportunity to document it if they want to, but the whole concert is free of it. That's so smart. I think that is the one thing I wish American concerts like adapted. Like, that is the biggest thing. What, they make you put them in a box or something? No. It's a cultural thing. It's a respect thing. They tell you not to do it, so you don't do it, and everybody listens. Like in Japan, it's such a respectful country of like rules and stuff like that. So yeah, you get assassinated, you get kicked out or some shit like that. But, I mean, in America, I've been to those concerts where they put your phone in like a pouch and they like button it and then they put it in your pockets. I've been to those, but I guess then you can't have them record the last show or something like that. Yeah, Brayden, what's up? What's good, brother? I'm talking about Japan. Hey, Brayden, you want to get on call? You want to talk about Japan with me? I'd love to talk about Japan. I'm down. Okay, we're gonna get Japan Brayden on the mic real quick. Oh, he was just kidding about joining, by the way. He didn't mean it. Now imagine he just doesn't pick up. No, he got me. Now I feel stupid. Oh, he's turning his PC on. Okay. Okay, I'll have him call me. Yeah. So, I think the thing with Japanese that was so hard was getting around was like I did not feel comfortable looking things up and how to say it because there's so many different ways of like formalities. Because like with Spanish, like I guess you have like you have like tu y usted, and I guess like that changes some things. But in Japanese, there are like full different ways to have sentences, and it's crazy to me. Yeah, there's like 5 different levels of formality. Exactly. I think it's one I'll probably wait for Braden to get on the mic before I discuss this further. You'll learn it in time. No, I get that. No, like I'm saying I'm still fascinated by it. I think it's really interesting that, like, if you type in sorry on like Google Translate, it gives you Gomen, which I asked Braden, like, I was like, when do I say like Gomen versus Gomen Asai and then like Sumimasen? And he was just like, never say Gomen. He was like, never do that. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was just interesting that like there's different levels of like familiarity, I guess. Like it's formality, but it's like you would use it based on like how familiar you are with people. It's like it would be like for close friends and families. Oh, Braden's calling now. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
What's good?
I was just talking about how you saved me from ever saying Gomen.
Yeah, it's just being outright rude to people.
Yeah, I was, for context to anyone, Braden, Captain Kidd, studied abroad in Japan. He is the resident Japan Braden and saved my ass this trip.
You're keeping me honest. I had to stay sharp.
Yeah. And now you got me, and we're going to go back, because I already want to go back.
Dude, hell yeah. It's going to be fun.
It's
always so fun just to go back and, like, do stuff that you didn't do the first time, because even for me, like, for even living there, like, when I went back, I got to do so much cool stuff that I'd never done before either.
Yeah, what you just walked in on was did you ever go to concerts? Are you a big concert guy?
No, I've actually like never been to concerts abroad or
oh wow
here in the States. So the only concert I've ever been to was a Jonas Brothers concert when I was like
based.
And the only reason that I went was because it was the first ever event in like the
was it
big,
your sister?
Massive. Yeah, well, that and it was like in Cowboys Stadium. It was the first ever event in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I've been to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium twice, neither time to see a Dallas Cowboys game. So
I think because what I think is so cool. I mean, you've probably just seen the culture on it. Like, I think America is very big on used to have people with their phones out all the time.
Right.
Like, they'll record their whole story, like their whole concert on their Snapchat story or whatever. And it's just like, fucking why? Like, no one's going to watch it. You're not going to watch it. And it's just, but Japan is it's so sick that they just say no phones and everyone goes, got it.
Yeah, no, that is really nice. It's like when we went to the Lakers game when LeBron broke the scoring record, and you know, it's like I just want to experience that moment. Just be like, I feel like you're so much more present when you don't have your phone trying to like capture the moment.
They're talking about. I see a couple of people have brought up like the shutter, like the phone shutter sound law.
Right.
But that doesn't apply to concerts because it's fucking loud.
Yeah.
You think my iPhone is gonna blast over the speakers of the concert?
The collective, like, tiny, minuscule volume of a bunch of collective shutters. And it's like, once you've got the video started, there's not going to be any shutter sound anyways, so...
Yeah, it was,
The point of the shutter is to catch the creepy perverts that are trying to sneak a pic of some random Japanese girl on the train.
Yeah, which I think that's a phenomenal law, by the way.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's more... To me, I think it's sad that it even needs to exist in the first place.
I think like, if you make the logic perverted, yes, which it obviously is, but I think it also helps with think about how many people just get clowned on Twitter for just being happy and enjoying their life, and it's just some random person taking a picture judging them.
Yeah, no, I think that is like a problem that I think has arisen probably
even in America
subsequently after. Yeah. Like, I think it's a problem that would never really even arise there, but I mean, you still see a lot of people take videos of drunk salarymen that are sprawled out on a Tuesday morning.
Oh, I saw one in Shibuya. No, I saw one in Red Light District.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised you only saw one. They are all over.
Well, I went pretty early. I was there at like 5.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But no, I learned a lot about the drinking culture and how everyone there just does.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. Like,
yeah.
You're kind of like required to, which is crazy. I can't even imagine how much more dangerous it would be if like people were driving over there. You know, there wasn't good public transportation. These people just get like in their cars after.
I was there, I think maybe like 5 to 9. But when I say only saw one, I saw a lot of drunk ass salarymen. Don't get me wrong, but I only saw one that was sprawled out in the middle of the street with like 4 cops around him. That's what I mean.
Yeah. But like it was an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Where
for
like they
sure.
had to block off traffic because this one guy is laying in the middle of the street.
Right. Yeah, that's a special case for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Luckily, that one doesn't happen too often, but dude, Japanese dudes are crazy. They will get lit
Yeah.
on the
It's
daily.
Yeah. Connor explained the whole the drinking culture of Japan to me, and also, did I tell you that when I was at this restaurant, like Matsudo was a couple seats over?
Yes, yeah, that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Yeah, and what was it? I was going to say something. Yeah, I told the Sanji-san story, which is hysterical.
Oh, was that at USJ?
No, it was like just
Oh.
some Universal shop.
Oh, gotcha.
Or no, a Shonen Jump shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was shocked at how not big Attack on Titan is over there. I was just talking about that.
Yeah, I think it's just more of like I think Attack on Titan is one of those shows that I don't know, it's hard to say because like you see like when you go to the Shonen Jump shop, like it's whatever the flavor of the month type stuff is, and I think that Attack
One
on
Piece.
Titan, yeah, right, exactly. I think One Piece is just it's been more long-standing than what.
Yeah,
Attack
it's
on
so
Titan
awesome that
be,
it was
so.
just everywhere. Like I went at like the peak of the manga and anime, so it was like I
Yeah.
got to see everything One Piece I possibly wanted.
That's true, because like I mean, I don't know if it's just because I'm not a One Piece fan. Like obviously I see it, but I really only see like oh there's the Shonen Jump shop.
I think
there's
it's
a
when
big
you're looking
fashion
for it, you
booth.
realize that it's everywhere.
Right. Like if it were kind of like in the corner at a 7-Eleven, I wouldn't have noticed it. But like if you
Yeah.
are looking for that, then
Dude,
you're probably more likely
Okay,
to see
first
it.
off, I haven't even talked about convenience stores.
Okay, what's your who do you pledge your loyalty to?
I'm 7-Eleven.
There's the right answer. Hell yeah.
You're
that's- all
7-Eleven?
right, there we go. That's the right answer. Yes. Yeah, 7-Eleven's the way to go.
Yeah. It was so interesting. I didn't realize that people had so much allegiance to like their convenience stores because whenever I was there, everyone would be like, "Let's go to Family Mart."
You're like, no, where's the closest 7-Eleven? I think if you like live there, it's just literally whichever one is the closest. to
Yeah,
you.
I think I got
So-
warmed up because for the Yokohama portion of the trip, my hotel like shared it was on the crossroads, and across the street was a 7-Eleven. And it was 24/7, so it was just like I walk across, get
Right.
hot food at like 2 a.m. and it was so good,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, it is 7-Eleven, like that is the one place that always has your back no matter what. Like you need to go to the bathroom after a long night out, like
You need a
hit
trash
convenience
can.
stores. Yeah, you exactly. You need to go figure out where to
I
which
cannot
trash can to
believe
pick.
that country is as clean as it is while having like zero public trash cans.
I know. People are committed. They either like just take it home with them or they seek out a trash can somewhere cuz it can be really hard to get rid of stuff.
Yeah, it can be. I have this one hair that's being a bitch. Yeah, the hot food at 7-Eleven was so good. It was so interesting to me that like you can get your groceries there, you can get comically
Yeah.
large bottles of water, you can get like
Dude, I
pre-made
get
like
those
rice
every
balls
single day.
onigiri.
Yep.
There's manga, there's porn. That was the crazy one to me.
Yes.
That you
yeah.
can get like text porn
Right.
at 7-Eleven.
Dude, I would know being in a all boys dorm that there was plenty of porn readily available at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I was so because I'm buying like so many gifts for friends. I'm sending like little gift boxes. I was so tempted to buy like just a lot of porn and send it back, but I was like, I don't want to be the gaijin pulling up
Right.
like 8 stacks of it.
The worst though is like 7-Eleven is one thing. It's like it's like the lower tier stuff. It's
Sure.
You go to actual like porn shops and like you go. So
I was way too
like,
scared too.
Each level it gets crazier and crazier. So one time, me and my friends, I think we were in like Shibuya. We just decided to like have this long walk to the Shibuya crossing, and as like it starts off like pretty tame, just like some anime stuff on the first floor, and then you slowly creep up. And there get less and less people. And then you get to the top floor. It's like 3 old Japanese dudes. And then you're like, oh, what is this poop emoji for?
Oh,
and then you pull out
no.
one and you're like, all right, I think it's time to leave.
Oh no, that's the worst combination of words I've heard.
It's you have to be able to laugh about it because there were definitely people I was like leading the charge. I was in front of the pack, so I was the one that like took the full force of it.
Yeah.
But the people behind me were like, no, it's time. We got to go.
Yeah,
we're out of here.
What's so crazy to me is how mask off they are with it. Like,
they do not. Like it's just old men just casually browsing, like the craziest stuff you've ever seen.
What else is so interesting to me was that we're a red light district, and I don't want to say it's like the equivalent of like Times Square, but it felt like walking around, not like Times Square, but like just in New York City. And it felt so weird to walk by like such a like very specific detail, like fetish night shows. Yeah. And have it be like advertised to the general public, like on the side of the road. Because, you know, like if you're walking in New York City and you see like, hey, this is an 18+ gentlemen's club, you're like, okay, they don't say everything. You just kind of, you know what that is. But I remember walking in Red Light District and I was like, it was just like a very detailed poster and it said 18+. And I asked my friend who was there, who lives in Japan, what that means. And they were like, yeah, that's not like a live news show. It kind of is. It's a peeping show where you hide in walls that have little holes in them so you can peep on girls undressing. I was like,
my God.
That's so weird that
Very
it's
weird.
like so public. Like it's advertised, public facing. And that's weird. And he was telling me they have like a cologne and perfume of like girl armpit sweat. And I was like,
yeah, the fetish stuff is just like out in the open. Yeah, there are some. These are the parts that the weebs don't want to actually confront, like the actual big issues with Japanese society.
Yeah, it seems like it's weird that the whole culture doesn't seem as sexualized as America, but they seem very comfortable with the other half of it. You know?
Yeah, I think it's like one of those things too, where it's like.
They treat it as like a different industry, I guess, is what it feels like. Instead of like,
it's like if you ask most Japanese people, they're like, yeah, that's pretty weird that we just allow that. We just have that out in the open. It's like, I think they're just too afraid. You know, I feel like there'd be, I don't know. I feel like Americans are just more rash and would like try and stand up and stop some of that stuff. Whereas Japanese people are like, oh, just do whatever. Like, it's not in my business, so I don't want to get in the way of what other people want to do.
The people who really want it. Yeah, it's a weird hunk. Keeps walking. Yeah, what's up, Dave? I'm trying to think of like for the going back to 7-Eleven, I think one of the craziest things that really put it all into perspective for me was you don't understand how big One Piece there is until you go to 7-Eleven, buy $3 worth of fried chicken. That's phenomenal. And then they give you an exclusive One Piece card you can only get at 7-Elevens.
I was always too. I never wanted. There's so many just 7-Eleven like promotions that they do just throughout the year.
Yeah, I went to like another 7-Eleven and they had the same thing with like Spy Family buttons.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
And
there's like in-game exclusive items you can get from 7-Eleven. It's a different world,
dude. And something else that was really cool in Shibuya, it was like right next to Crossing. They had like this One Piece card pop-up store. And like there's only 4 series of cards out at the time. There's 5 now, but and you could go there. Like also, I think this isn't a gacha system, but it's crazy to me how gacha systems work for like concert tickets.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully you get it. It's like a lottery system.
We raffled in Miku tickets, and we got like row 15, which is pretty good, especially when you're taller than the whole country.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, going back to concert tickets are like gacha. Like you enter the raffle, and then you might get them. And they're also super big against resale. Like you can't really do that.
That's nice. I feel like that's a huge problem.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Also getting concert I'll get into that later, but the Shibuya One Piece store, it was only up for like a week, so I really lucked out. And actually wait, I'm gonna go get it real quick because it's super sick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Brayden, talk about Japan.
What do you guys want to know about Japan, chat? I don't know where to start. There's a bunch of random stuff. I'll just wait until I see something good. Oh wow, that was trains. They're pretty awesome. Hotels. Can you eat sushi there? Yes, you can. Is Japan real? I can confirm that Japan is real, but it probably is not exactly like what you have pictured in your mind of what Japan is.
What is?
Oh, I was just saying, somebody said, is Japan real? And I said it is, but it probably does not reflect what you have in your mind of what Japan is.
Yeah. So, they had a little One Piece pop-up store, and it was super cute. Like, it looked super nice. And I'm trying to see if I have a picture of it somewhere. I think... Yeah, I'm holding up to stream real quick. Also, I can't believe how quiet the whole country is, even at a place like Shibuya Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's just a giant store right here. And if you walk in, they had like a giant dawn right there. And every card in the whole series on the walls and everything like that. And what you do, you show up and you get a ticket. And it's just like, hey, it's 10 a.m., asshole. Come back at 4 p.m. and we'll let you in.
Right.
Yeah, so I waited. It took me like 3 hours to finish what they asked for me in the first place.
Man. Wow.
And you had to walk around. It was crazy. It was like, I would say the new One Piece 5 card pack, they have 155 cards in it. So they hid giant posters of the cards in 155 different locations around Shibuya.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
Yeah, it was. And you had to find 8 of them to get... Not...
you had to play a little scavenger hunt game.
Yeah, it was a little scavenger hunt. You had to find 8 of them. But what was fun was you had to find the card of the day. So you had to find a very specific one.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, luckily, I had a friend who was there, and he talked about it like the day before. And the card of the day, like 3 days before, was like a mile and a half away, hidden behind. Like, you have to go to a vending machine and look behind it.
They put it on hard mode.
Yeah, no, yeah. The other day was hard mode. Mine was really. It was like I found it by walking for like 10 minutes and just happened to stumble across it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How hard were they? Were they pretty difficult to find, or?
Yeah, I'll show you like a couple pictures here. Wait, I'll just a virtual camera so you can just see it in lifetime.
Okay.
So like there were some obvious ones that you could get. Like here is me with a Captain Kidd.
Oh
my
god.
You can kind of see it. Like it's pretty big. This one's pretty big.
Yeah. Right.
But not all of them were. Sometimes they were like. Here we go, and you see, yeah, they're right there. Sometimes they were just like on random like bulletins above like other places. Why does the brightness keep going up? Oh, yeah, we had to find. Nami was the card of the day, and luckily we found it just very close. Sweet. So then it was just like, now we just got to find 7 more.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sometimes you just be walking and it was like, this is like on the entrance to the subway, just the little glass doors. This was just on the outside of it. So,
okay, gotcha.
It was just stuff like that.
That's really cool though. Yeah, well, obviously that going on would make one. I'm sure I would have been like, wow, there's a lot of One Piece stuff around here if that was going on whenever I was there.
Yeah. Okay. One Piece current manga spoilers, real quick. Chat, look away for like 5 seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'm just gonna show it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. They had that, and it was giant. All right, wait, actually, chat, I'm going to show the picture again. 3, 2, 1, spoiler warning. There it goes. Like, that's how big it was for the record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, here's the thing. I got this video because I think it really stresses how weird this was. The card I was looking for, this... That's an anime spoiler, not a manga spoiler. Fucking... Okay, it took place on chapter 1044. I'm going to say it's still a spoiler. Here we go. Here's a... Like, I had to walk like half a mile away up a hill, and then I said... Fuck this, dude. I'm not finding this law card. I'm giving up. So I turned around at the vending machine and then, like, look at this. Like,
he appears.
Like, it's because I gave up and turned around that I found it.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like, here's the little store. Here's all the cards that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And then right here... if you show them all the pictures of you with it, they give you this exclusive card. Minor spoilers, but here we go. It's pretty cool. It's nothing crazy,
wow.
but it's nice is that they give you 2 of them.
Hey.
And I took Jaden with me.
Clutch.
And what's even better is that they probably rotate staff. So they have no idea if you just come back later.
You found the infinite sticker glitch.
Yeah, so I looked it up. These don't have crazy value right now, but I'm sure they might eventually.
Yeah, right. Once they stopped just handing them out in droves to people.
Yeah. And then, let me find this picture. Yeah, here's a fun picture. We also did this with Emily and Ditus. They didn't do the whole treasure hunt, so they didn't get any. Jaden and I did, though, and it's funny because they have you on the set you can take a picture in. So here I am with Jaden and this random Japanese girl. And what happened... Oh, hello. Very light. We got the cards... And she just came over and said, I recognize you from YouTube. And I was like,
really?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
And she said, because they just gave us these cards with no sleeves. And she said, can I sleeve your cards? And so like my goat, right?
Right.
And then, so she asked if we can get a picture. And there's that whole set right there. And they really rush you along because they're trying to rotate through everyone. So I didn't get to sit around and get a picture of my own without her in it.
Oh no, I feel that, dude. That was my Toad interaction in USJ. I wanted a picture with just Toad, but it was so fast because like he just runs up to you. There's no stop and take a picture with Toad place at USJ. Gotcha. He's just out roaming. And then I went up to take a picture with him, and there were like a bunch of people that took a picture with me. So I didn't get I had to ex-wife a few of my friends, just crop them out of the way.
With my boy Canopio.
That's true. That's him. He's him.
Bobby just called him a roaming legendary.
He is.
That's the price of fame. Yeah, he's a celebrity. What else do you expect?
He doesn't have time to just take individual pictures with people.
Yeah.
He's got to get moving.
But, yeah, so that was my little Shibuya story. It was fun little scavenger hunt. It took like 4 hours of like not of really looking, but like for certain cars, if I wanted to hit all of them, because I wanted the one with the big Luffy, I wanted one with Law. Like there were just a few cards I wanted to find for just me.
Right.
And it did take me a while.
Picks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Worlds happened for Pokemon. Oh, you and me, you want to talk about the controversy?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah.
It's so lame, so incredibly lame.
For Pokemon, they don't normally hack check Pokemon, but Worlds was in Japan this time. So they did. And they had a good amount of people get eliminated.
I think it's so unbelievably lame that they were eliminating people that were already winning games.
Dude, there was someone... okay, I felt super bad for this guy. I don't remember his name. Wolfie told me about him. He was 5-0. He was 5-0 and makes a big deal about how he gets all of his Pokemon legitimate. The Cresselia on his team, he has been trading up since Generation 5, and he found out at this tournament that someone 10 years ago traded him a hack Cresselia and he didn't know.
That is just that's the type of stories that just make me so mad. It's like, why do it on the biggest stage? Like, if you're going to do it, you should make it consistent, or at least like give the international players a warning that like, hey, they're going to be very strict about checking this year, so make sure that your Pokemon are legitimate.
How do you even test to see if a Pokemon was hacked? Asks Bobby. With hacks. Which is the most fucked solution. If you ask someone how to check if a Pokemon's legitimate, it's PK Hex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to use other... It feels like if that's the solution, this shouldn't be the problem, you know?
Yeah, I think it's the thing too, where it's like it wasn't consistently done throughout the year. Why do it at Worlds? Why start enforcing it at the most important tournament? Well, a tournament that people have invested heavily to
also
go out for.
Paid thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
just to get
exactly.
Out here.
It's like that is a huge investment to even go in the first place, and like. Honestly, if I were a competitor, I would not even feel good winning an event where
if I'm the Cresselia guy, I'm like giving up on the
dude.
On
Yeah,
the
if I get my ass beat by someone and they get DQ'd, I'm like, dude, give them my spot. Like, I don't deserve to be here if you're, because there is no skill in getting good Pokemon. There's literally zero skill in being able to get a good Pokemon. So like, none of
he
the
quit
skill
competitive
comes from...
apparently. Oh, the Cresselia guy did quit, which is so valid.
I mean,
I stand with him. That's
valid.
fucked. He traded all of his Pokemon away after. Yeah, no, he's in the fair game. Here's my thing, Braden. You and I were joking about the Enamorus, right?
Right.
Enamorus is a Trick Room sweeper, and you want it to have 0 speed IV and 0 attack IV. And to check for that, you have to play Legends Arceus. There's no way to check it in Legends Arceus, so you have to trade it to Pokemon Home. And then let's say you have a shitty Cresselia or a shitty Enamorus. Uh-oh, play Legends Arceus again.
Beat the game again. It's like, okay, so I guess what do they expect us to do? Just not use that Pokemon? That's the solution?
It's not only does it take a lot of time, it's also very expensive if you want to start incorporating Pokemon like Landorus, Enamorus,
right.
Groudon, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just like, just give us a Pokemon showdown in the actual games. Just
to be honest, here's a chat. To be honest, I only sympathize with those who didn't know that they had hacked Pokemon. Okay, like I understand that sentiment, because obviously everyone who had hacked Pokemon, they know it's against the rules. Like you're not going to surprise them by saying, oh, they know it's not allowed, but they're just upset that that's the state, because it really offers no competitive advantage.
Right. I think that's the thing. It's like you are just the person that spends 50 hours trying to get their team built is going to be worse than the person that just invested all of that time actually playing the game. Like, you're not getting any better at Pokemon by hatching eggs or
it just saves times, because I think the people are really missing the big picture. It's because to qualify for Worlds, it's not like you have one team for the full season. You know, you make a new team for every season, and it's so possible for you to make a team and then realize, oh, this Pokemon doesn't work, I need to add another one. And sometimes you come up with a whole new team altogether. Like, it's just not really like, if other people are like grinding on Showdown and stuff like that, you kind of have to use third-party software to even test your team, and then to make your team, and then you build it in Scarlet Violet. But it's also just like, I think what everybody really needs is, let's not hack Pokemon. Let's just give us a battle client where we can just use rental teams. We can set the EV, IV. Like,
exactly.
That's what people want. Like, us hacking in Pokemon is an answer to a solution, or like an answer to a problem that we don't even like in the first place.
Right. Because it's like, like they've, in games like Coliseum and XD, like they've got like battle like they have. I feel like there's a lore way to
or
do
zero
it
IV bottle cap. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they just need to make it to, like, if you're gonna go and make it that easy already, like if you just have these items, just give us a way to generate a Pokemon.
Yeah, I think
has
like
everything.
you and I are in the position because I don't think Nuzlockers. I don't think there's any Nuzlocker who is not going to say we prefer the faster. We want rare candies. You know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think just make like, just make Showdown. Just make Showdown with models in game. And
I guarantee you there was nobody at Worlds that qualified by only playing exclusively on cart, because like just the amount of time that it takes to play all of your games on cart, to build new teams exclusively on cart, there'd be so much time wasted. There's not even any time to get good at the game. So the intended method that they want is not even a way to become a top class competitor.
Yeah, I think we just like people use Showdown. Even the top competitors who don't stream Showdown, they play it, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of Pokemon creators only want to make Pokemon in it, especially if they're affiliated with Pokemon, like casters. Like even talking like Wolf Aaron stuff, like everyone tests teams on Showdown.
Right.
And that's just
you
how it
have
goes.
to. There's just like there's so many Pokemon in the game. If you just want to test some like niche pick, you don't want to have to go out of your way to go get that Pokemon, grind the Terra shards to give it the right Terra type.
Yeah, the Terra shards are crazy.
Yeah,
I
think Terra shards is ridiculous.
Even if we're making, let's say, let's entertain the other side of the logic. Let's say we only want you to use Pokemon in game. We like no ginning. I think that's understandable because those are the rules, obviously. But I think having like you want 0 IV on certain Pokemon and not having any way to achieve that in game is bad.
Yes. The fact that you have to like bring a Pokemon specifically to like check for it's just so, I mean, yeah, because it genuinely makes a huge difference. Just you know, those few speed IVs can make a big difference.
I don't want on top of that, I want it to have I don't like I like Regulation a C the most because it was all Pokemon native to Scarlet Violet.
Right.
I think as soon as we start allowing like other Pokemon from other games, that's when I'm like, I don't even love that if we have such restricted tools for everything. Because I mean, I think it's just people. It's the same people who argue the logic of like, well, we don't want Smash Bros. Tournaments to have money because it shouldn't be a career. It's like, dude, if you're making a competitive Pokemon team, how the fuck do I have time with a 9-to-5 job?
Exactly, yeah. Like, because the way that they're setting it up, you either have to do all the stuff yourself, which is a huge time sink, and if you are going to even be able to afford to get to Japan, unless you are one of the elite that gets paid to go out there, you're probably not going to be able to go. Or B, you have to pay someone else, which is also an investment, and that leads to you getting scammed. You know, somebody could just hack in and be like, yeah, dude, these are totally legit.
Which that happened, you know, like I do feel bad for because it's also like people say use the core mechanics of the game to make your team. And it's like, what about trading? Not that one.
Right. Please don't do trades because those could be hacked, which could lead to you being disqualified.
Like, of course, they couldn't then enforce like, oh, if it's not your original trainer ID, then it's fair game because then everyone just trades Pokemon from hacked saves, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think. Kind of from what I talked to like a lot of top players at VG, like at Worlds, was there were a few people who do everything legitimately, and that shocks me, I will say. But kind of what I heard from most was that some would have their Switch where they have everything on, and then they have a separate modded Switch, and they don't like gin Pokemon. They would trade legitimate Pokemon from their first Switch to the other one just to be extra safe, but they hacked all the material on the other one. So it's from like all of your feathers, I guess you don't really care about the ability or the nature stuff. But then they had like Terra shards on there because like that's undetectable.
Right. There's no way they're going to know that the Terra shards were fake.
Yeah.
You didn't actually grind raids to get all those Terra shards.
Yeah, so it felt like that was it, but that's still, again, like another $300 investment, right?
Yeah. You have to get another Switch just to save a little bit of time or a lot of bit of time.
Yeah, what if I hack my Pokemon to be shiny? Good for you, man.
Congratulations, you would get disqualified.
Yeah, I always wonder like how deep the hack checks go, but I guess it's like, what if I hack Legends Arceus to spawn Enamorus a million times, catch them all? Like, can they tell?
Right.
Like,
right.
I don't know how in depth they go because I'm catching it in game, and I'm catching it in the proper area. But yeah, I don't know. But I feel like you're playing around it at that point.
I think, yeah, because like I think the thing is, if you like with your trainer ID, I think the way it works is there's only like a specific. I don't know exactly how it works, but I think there's like specific Pokemon that you aren't even feasible like with your trainer ID, and so if you have a Pokemon like that, then that's how it gets detected as
so
being
obnoxious.
Yeah, right. So yeah, so it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that sucks. Japan's weird about modding. Oh, I posted or I said last night, the best part about being back in America is how liberating it is to jaywalk.
Yeah, they won't do it over there. They will. There are times when you'll run into some Japanese people that will jaywalk, but yeah, for the most part, and like especially in the big cities, I feel like they don't.
Oh, I love jaywalking, man. It feels good to be back.
Yeah. And like even if you do, you're not really gonna get in trouble over there. Like you're not gonna. I would be more worried about cops getting onto me for jaywalking here than I would over there.
I was just scared to do anything, but what I really liked was Connor told me about like how bars close early, but obviously they stay later. They just don't accept cards. But I think it's funny that they punish people, not with like fines or jail, but they put them on like the shame list. That if you do a not a super bad crime in Japan, they write your name in the newspaper and say, "This guy's bad news," and that's it.
Look out for this man.
But the craziest part is that they care.
Right.
like that it works.
Yeah, I can't even imagine anything like that here.
Like, if you tell me you're going to write me up on the naughty list, I'm like, okay.
Right. Nobody's going to look at that.
Yeah, it's just...
They're like, oh my god.
It's like the same thing when they tell everyone, hey, don't have your phones out for the concert, and they go, okay.
Right. Can't tell me what to do.
Americans would try to get on that list. Yeah, it sounds like some Reddit moderator stuff. Yeah, honor system's strong. It's also weird when it's like you can't eat or drink, right? While walking.
Yeah. I mean, I think drinking is fine, but like, yeah, you don't see anybody just chowing down on a hot dog as they're walking.
Which is what was so interesting to me because the Disney World doesn't have like churro carts and stuff like that.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
For me, that's like half of what makes Disney Disney. I want to eat some shitty churros, but
that's weird. Though. I mean, they have it at USJ, so that's why I'm kind of surprised that they don't have it at Disney.
Yeah, Disney was pretty mid, I will say. I think Universal clears hard there.
Did you go to Disneyland or Disney Sea?
I went to Disneyland, but I heard that Disney Sea is the better one, but I didn't go.
Yeah, I think you have to go to Disney Sea if you go there. I also just went to Disneyland. It's just Disneyland, but in Japanese. Like,
gotcha.
There's really, if you've ever been to Disneyland, it's just Disneyland, but again. So I think if you want like a different experience,
I wish I knew that going into it. I thought it was gonna be like a California
here.
Adventure, so I was like,
right. Yeah, but because I think you probably dealt with the same thing that we did, where it's like we've been to Disney so much to where going to just Disney again, it was like, oh, this is kind of
it was really the same thing, but like they had bigger areas and less trash cans, less places to get food and drink.
If you want to ride Splash Mountain, it's the only place where it still exists.
And I sure did.
And I don't think it's going anywhere because they have like a whole area for it over there. It would be an ordeal. And plus, I just don't think Japanese people will even care. So
yeah. Oh, I still think my favorite thing was just like I have this ace tattoo from One Piece, and this was my icebreaker for most people. That like I had people ranging from like young kids to mid-aged moms to, 4-piece suit salarymen to just like beautiful women my age walk up to me and just go, Asu!
Right, right. That's really cool.
And then it just spawns the conversation.
Yeah.
And
dude, One Piece is just huge.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And something else, I've explained it felt so natural when I was there, but when I try to explain it to friends, it always sounds offensive. Whereas like whenever you speak English words to them, I say it with like a Japanese accent.
Right.
Because it's like in America it sounds like you're making fun of the language, but it's really they phonetically they don't understand it unless you do that.
Yeah. No, for sure. Because I think that's also a thing, like, black coffee, you say buraku kohi, and then like if you say like the word for black plus coffee, they're not even gonna know what you're talking about. Like, they're confused. So yeah, it's just the way the word is like, to them.
I thought it was really funny that because I mean I understand like speckles of the language, so it was more like when someone would ask me a question, I would like understand 3 words in the sentence and just have to assume what the rest said. And like the conversation would start, they say Asu, and then they ask if you like One Piece. I say yes, I like One Piece. And then they would ask me who my favorite character was, and I had this conversation where it was like the lady asked me who my favorite character in One Piece was, and I said Law, and she turned her head, said hit me with the Nani, I know that one, and so it was like Law, didn't understand it, and then I go Law, and she goes Law. And like loves law.
Yeah, because they just don't have that in their. They don't have that sound in their phonetic vocabulary.
It's just funny to me because it feels so similar, right? But no, she couldn't.
There's no L sound in Japanese.
Law.
So yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it felt it's like if I ever want to get any English word across, you just say it like that, and it's funny that it just works. That's like I feel like
the beer brand that everybody drank at my dorm was called the Premium Malts, which just is Za Premium Maltsu. So it's like we just called them Zas. I think that the word "the" being Za just sounds so much cooler. So
that's really funny.
Gotta crush some Zas.
I'm trying to think like anything with language. Oh, I mentioned this before you got here. I'm sure you attest to it. It was like, I think America is like so... Yeah, I actually want to hear your take on this because I don't know if it's just me being ignorant to the rest of the culture but in America, I feel like there's so much more judgmental of you speaking broken English. Because when I was in Japan, everyone seemed ecstatic that I was even trying.
Right. Yeah. I think... That's like a weirdly American thing, I feel like. Because I feel like in any other culture, if you just try, but for some reason, in America, it just seems like people get annoyed if you can't speak English to them. But yeah, I feel like anywhere else in the world, if you try and speak their language, it's like, oh, they're trying. That's so nice. They're at least trying.
Yeah, I think they love the effort, especially with like how low the bar is for Americans.
Yeah.
But
I think Americans are probably just more entitled, so.
Yeah. I mean, you gave me like the whole flashcards of what I need to get by, and I remember I like paged someone down, and I said, "Excuse me, I would like more water, please." And they are like lit up, that I like. They seem so ecstatic.
Right. I think it's usually just surprising because I remember one time when I was in Hiroshima when I was living there, and they were just like. I could hear there was just this group of waitresses that were scared to come up to me because they were like, "Oh, I don't know any English." So they didn't want, but I could understand what they were saying about me.
Just like from afar.
Really, yeah, I was like, "Oh, it's like that'll be okay. I know I can work. I can navigate my way around here." So
yeah,
I think there's always like a wave of relief because I think they know enough English to where. Here's what I noticed where I don't know if you had this if you have a little bit more limited Japanese, but one thing that'll happen is they'll try and speak their broken English to you, and it's like, just please use your Japanese with me. Like, I think it's harder them trying to communicate with you exclusively in English than us trying to use broken Japanese with them.
For me, I had a lot of interactions where they would speak broken English at me, and I would reply with broken Japanese, and we'd like. I think
those are the worst ones. Yeah,
that's how a lot of it felt, but I thought it was kind of like nice because if they're trying to, if I just go back to speaking English, they probably don't understand it as well as me speaking my broken Japanese.
Right.
So we had a lot of like back and forth with that. It does feel a little demoralizing because I'm sure you ran into this too, where it's like as much as you want to practice your Japanese with people who speak the language, they also want to practice their English with you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's that's definitely a common thing that's like sucks, especially when you're over there studying abroad. And it's why I think that like I would never want to study in a place like Tokyo or Osaka or some place that's super touristy, because when I was in Nagoya, they treated me just like, I mean, as much of like a local as you possibly could be as a white dude living in Japan. But yeah, like any of those high touristy places, they're just gonna speak English to you. They're not even gonna, even if you try and speak Japanese to them, most of the time they'll usually just default to English. So it can be really hard.
It was like, I mean, I think I realized what I was in for when I was like, I landed off the plane. And you know how you have the stewardess who is like or the flight attendant, whatever, and she's like thanking everyone like as they're walking off the plane. She's bowing. She's like, "Arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much, arigato gozaimasu." And it just keeps going. Right. It's just because a white boy came around the corner.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Those are the moments that really humbled me.
Yeah. I think when I was living there, I was a lot more like, ugh, like why won't this person speak Japanese to me? But then I felt really bad about that because there were a few times where I was like, actually, I got offended, and I was like, man, those people are just trying to be nice. And so
like they're trying to cater to you.
This time I just fully embraced it. If somebody spoke English to me, I just gave it right back to them because I was like, I think that's what they want more than anything. So if I felt a lot kinder walking around and being like, I don't care, I'm a white, like I'm I don't look like I should speak any Japanese, so I should just accept that and reply accordingly.
I think what made me like start feeling like a lot better about it, because like it's still very broken, was I was at the post office trying to get my concert tickets that you helped with, right? And I had a concert on like the 19th, and they said, we'll deliver the tickets on the 21st. I was like, fuck that. So I had to hit him with English Jozu.
The classic.
Luckily, the lady who owned my Airbnb, she was very present the whole time. She she studied in Ohio, which was crazy to me.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, she had incredible English, and that was really great for me. So I guess talk to her a lot. And when I was there, oh wait, what was I just talking about?
The post office story.
Yeah, the post office. And there was this like very, like when I say like a very white family, like it's your very stereotypical, like two like high school sweethearts, 2 kids, like like look like they were from the Midwest. I think they were from Seattle, but like they were trying to navigate, and I could tell they did not know what they were doing. And I would,
here, I'll be right back. Sorry, you can keep telling your story to chat, but I'll be right back.
You'll laugh at it. But yeah, I sat and like I have not spoken English to a stranger in a while. So I was sitting behind them in line at the post office, and I've already done my stuff. And they turned to me and they're like, "Do you speak English?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, yeah, I do. And I was like, where are you guys from? And they were like, oh, we're from Seattle. So I start talking to them a little bit and everything like that. And yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I do. And I should have spoken Spanish. I could have. But I could tell that like I felt bad about like my limited Japanese, and I wanted to learn so much more. And so I obviously wanted to. And then when they were talking to me, they were just talking about like, oh, they don't know much. They're just here, family experience, blah blah blah. And then the post office guy comes up to me with my tickets because I already talked to them and everything like that. And he comes over and hands me the tickets. I'm like, oh, sumimasen, arigatou gozaimasu. And then I just say that, and then it's very basic. It's like the 2 words you learn when you go there. And they just turn to me and they're like, wow, you really know the language around these parts, huh? And I'm like, sure. It was like it was at that moment when I realized I was like, okay, my effort is appreciated here. Like I am doing my best here. And yeah, he hit you. No, he didn't hit me with Nihongo Jozo. He just hit me with English good. Japanese good. Like he hit me with a direct translation. Yeah, I like. Everyone in Japan was like cheering me on for trying, but it was like that family was just like wow, they were impressed. Bro, play Pokemon already? No, I'm here to talk about the trip. Yeah, I'll change it to just chatting. I'll go back to Let's Go eventually. I should have had just chatting on the whole time. Yeah, more Japan talk. I'm just excited. I had a good time. Yeah, I was trying to stall that story. I was telling it very slowly because I wanted Braden to hear it because I think it's very funny. But yeah, I just really liked walking around. Everyone was super nice to me. But yeah, exactly what Braden said was, I think a lot of people want to learn English there. And it was interesting because I wanted to get better at Japanese, but everyone wanted to speak English with me because I'm so clearly fluent. And it didn't feel like they realized that I was trying. You know what I mean? What were some quirks and mannerisms that surprised you? Or let me grab something. Oh, okay, here's an example. Okay, so I have this One Piece card, right? If someone, like in America, you can be like, here's my business card, right? Like you can just do one of these. In Japan, it's very like, you bow and give them the card with two hands. And then when you accept the card, you don't grab it. You grab it with two hands and say, arigatou gozaimasu. And then it just felt like it was a weird culture shock that like the formality is very, yeah, you grab everything with two hands. I went to Florida right after I went to Japan, which is a wild, 180 in respect and culture. And I ordered room service a lot on that trip. And when I would do, I was signed for the room service, and I would like bow and hand it to them, and it was weird. It was weird that like that instinct, because I think with Japan,
I'm back.
Oh hey, I just told the story of I went to the post office. I talked to this family from Seattle, and it made me feel good about me just attempting my broken Japanese. Because I know the guy had to like go through and look for everything and like find everything. So he gave me his tickets. I bow. Sumimasen, arigatou gozaimasu. And then the family was like, "Oh my God, you really know the language." And
oh, that is funny.
I thought that was really funny.
I think I had a couple of experiences like that too, where it's like, yeah, it feels like such a flex where you're like, oh yeah, I just talked to those Japanese people.
It was just Japanese. Like, I was surprised that they were surprised.
Yeah, because it's like, I feel like with that especially too, those are just the basics that I would probably want to know before going over there. At the very minimum, I would want to know like thank you and sorry. So yeah.
I learned a few words. I think the funniest, someone just asked like, did you get stares because of your hair? I think a couple. I think it's not even that like it's like dyed and like flamboyant and stuff, because like LGBT culture really isn't there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's bad over there.
Yeah, it's bad. It's the whole world's in the closet over there, which I think that's another thing people don't want to talk about, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I remember that was like a big thing for me because like when I studied abroad, I mean, obviously LGBTQ issues have gotten worse here since I studied abroad in the past several years.
Yeah.
But like when I was over there, especially, I was like, it's way better in America than it is here. Like you can actually be accepted for who you are in America.
Yeah.
That is not the case here. Like there were multiple trans people where I was like, bro, they do not want you here. I'm sorry. Like that you have to accept that as reality.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. And it's strange. Yeah, hopefully they'll get better with it. But yeah, so I was just impressed, or I was shocked that they were so impressed, and I was like, damn, I could not imagine coming to Japan without not even having like those phrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know why I feel like weebs just can't accept that like Japan is this like hyper conservative culture. It's like, because I feel like most people just have this idealized version of what Japan is, and it's just so far from the truth. And it's like, it's just really annoying to see, especially when you're over there and like in classes with those people too, because it's like, oh
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
there's a pro LGBT thing in Shibuya when I went in July. No, I'm sure. Like, obviously there are gay people in Japan, right? But the culture just isn't as accepting, and
yeah,
it's weird to think America being more accepting in something that's faced with so much hate, right?
right. I think it's very easy for Americans to be extremely cynical about their own country while also being way more hopeful about.
Yeah, I'm sure
a
there are
different country.
areas in Japan too. It's like even in LA, right? Like people say like WeHo is like the pretty, like a lot of gay people live in WeHo, and it's just like a lot of like it's a pretty gay city, and it's pretty cool. It's just like stuff like that. Like I'm sure there are like different parts.
Right. Yeah. That's just the place. That's just the case with anything. But
Yeah. Also, I think it's really cute. Everyone, West Hollywood is called WeHo, and I think it's really cute.
WeHo.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what that stood for.
Yeah. And don't forget about NoHo.
All the hoes.
You know, WeHo's super fun. They just have like tons of gay bars on like a full strip. It's awesome. And yeah, but with Japan, I don't know. It is just funny how people liked my hair. People liked my hair a lot. It didn't really feel like I would stare. I think also, I think Japanese girls like white boys, which
That is, the stereotypes are sometimes true, guys.
that is something I noticed where I was like, I feel like I am getting like a lot more positive attention than I have ever back home, and it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I think especially when like you have a country that's like 95% Japanese, there's just a much more limited pool of foreigners, so they're just it's just like this weird dynamic where it's kind of like
what is cool at Kaiko? Is that it?
Kakoi.
Kakoi?
Yeah,
I had that. People were trying to say that to my hair, and then they would just point and say Kakoi.
Oh,
and,
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the tattoos, right?
Right. Those are very, very unusual for the most Japanese people over there.
Yeah, especially. Were you unable to go to bathhouses because of tattoos? I didn't try, but I mean, most, yeah, probably.
Yeah, a lot of them, they will. If it's anything like it was 5 years ago, whenever I went, the one that I went to most recently, they didn't say anything about it, but they were very strict about it whenever I was there, when I was living there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to go. I still think it's funny of people pitching living the Sengenjaya where like Persona 5 took place. Where it's like,
hey, just go to this random Japanese neighborhood and
yeah, because Spooky told me when he lived in Japan, he actually lived there.
Wow.
And he said it was so fucking obnoxious that people turned a residential neighborhood into a tourist area because it's like, I'm just trying to get to work, right?
Yeah, right. That's pretty awful. But I mean, it's gonna happen. Just stick to the touristy places, guys. Just go to the ones that are already established. Just go to see like Skytree or something.
Oh, a couple of people have asked about the Google Play Live. I'll talk about that in a second. I think that event, I got one thing to say. I got a good and bad thing to say on behalf of you, the people. Everyone in the production, from talent to production to crew, like they would all come up to me and be like, dude, everyone in chat's asking for you. Everyone in chat loves you, and they're asking for you. You guys doing that? You guys secured a bag for me next year. You know? Now they think everyone wants me. And it's like, that. Thank you. That is you guys. You guys helped with that. There were a couple of you who says, Alpharad looks like he's held at gunpoint. And it's like, don't say that. Don't say that in those chats. Come say it in my chat. Come tell me that I looked like I was held at gunpoint. Don't say that in Google's chat. Because also I think it's just weird for talent because I'm like, I read the words they gave me from a prompter in like normal conversational cadence, but it's like, that's what I look like doing a job. You know, they don't want this very off the cuff free flowing thing. So it's just like
they had their idea of how they wanted it to look, so you just kind of had to conform to that.
Oh yeah, they did call me an esports personality. I think that's just because they read my Wikipedia page and it talks about esports.
Huge.
Yeah,
you
huge
are the
esports
king
personality.
after all.
I think the event was interesting because I think with an event like that, you see the talent on it and it feels like very corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I started talking to all the crew in production, and they were like ecstatic about it. And they weren't even Google employees, right? But you have to realize it this way: the person behind the camera is a cameraman who now gets to put that he worked with Google on his resume. And it's like, from talent, you don't really think about that. But
right,
everyone was so excited to, like, the person who worked on like the 3D, like lower third animation and graphics and everything. They were they're like, I've been working on this for 7 months, and it's like, it's been this huge project for them. And they were excited because now they get to put this stuff they worked with Google on their resume. And it's like, it was just so, I don't know. It made me respect like a lot of these events so much more, because it's just like, it feels so soulless when like the talent is on stage. But when you actually think of all the people who worked on it under it was so inspiring, right? Because you
don't see all the love that went into it because you're just viewing it through the lens of the people that are on screen.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, like the set design is phenomenal, and it just felt really cool, like walking onto it, because they had like 3 giant sets in a row. Yeah, one thing I do want to talk about is I just want to cut to this real quick. I just want to say also, we did not fucking rehearse this at all. We had 2 days of rehearsal and we did not do a full run through. We did like everything individually, but we skipped over playing the game. So we were just like, this is where you play the game. Moving on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I did not do any full rehearsal, and I am in so little of this where I really just sat and waited for most of the rehearsal. But dude, I just gotta say, I want to talk about this one bit. I did, like, I don't care about how I landed anything else, but I need you guys to see this. I fucking ate this shit up, okay? This is not only one of the proudest moment in the live show. This is my proudest, one of my proudest moments in life right here. I had to do charades for building a castle. And I just want you guys to watch this. Look, I fucking kill this. That's hard, right? We'd say that's hard.
3 words. Okay, clapping 3 times.
How do you do building? I'm panicking. I'm thinking. Grab this. Oh.
Bowing. Hammering. Building. Oh,
there we go.
Okay, building.
It's too easy.
An umbrella. Hey!
See that?
Come on.
How do you do castle? I'm trying, like...
Vampire. Phantom of the Opera.
I try to get house. I try to get house out of her and then go up from there. Like, walk through. Honey, I'm home. I do kingdom first. King.
Building, a door. Building a house. Building a king. Building a castle?
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm sorry. I ate that shit.
Huge.
Yeah, no, that was a proud moment for me. I think that was hard. I think that was a hard term to get.
I feel like I'd be horrible at charades. Yeah, that's impressive.
It made me like have. That was the first time I think I've played charades in my adult life, and I think it was really fun. I would love to play charades more.
Yeah, no, I think games like that you haven't touched in a long time. Sometimes you just go back and you're like, man.
Yeah, especially like it's like such a thing. But yeah, no, you guys shouting me out in chat. Every time I wasn't on screen, there were people in chat saying, "Where's Alpha?" And it's like.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. It doesn't sound like it's that impactful, but it helped. Like they probably maybe want me back next year, and if they do, it's because of people like you who were saying that.
So next year, put it on your calendars, chat. You got a job to do.
Yeah, Google Play Live. You just keep saying, even when I'm on screen, say, "Where's Alpha?" Yeah, think about it in the lens of like corporate, right? It's just you just see this person's name. in chat, and you're like, people like it, so we should do it. It's that simple.
That is how their mind works.
Yeah, like even as a YouTuber, when you're pitching to like sponsors and stuff like that, you shouldn't even tell them what your creative idea is for the video and shit, because they don't care. All I tell them is like, I say, hey, these are the numbers of views that I get on these videos, and these are the other sponsors I've worked with. Because you make it sound like partners, right? Where it's like, I have this laundry list of now like Google, Disney, Marvel, Dunkin' Donuts, you know, where it's like, I mean, how did I work with Disney? I did one video for like Disney, their farming sim, that Dreamscape. No, it's not Dreamscapes. I don't remember what it's called. But Pokemon, Nintendo, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I've worked with these companies in very minimal interactions, but enough to put them on, like past partners and stuff like that.
Right. They just read it. They just read the list. They're like, wow, those are all really big brands.
Yeah, so they think you're
big
important.
names.
You just put numbers. Like, my channel has received over a lifetime billion views.
That is an insane number.
It's true, but it's like, that's over 10 years, which I think is still impressive either way. But
yeah,
it's just like, you just put the biggest numbers for. Like, I could say I have 3 million subs, or I could say I have 1 billion total views, you know?
Because they have no idea how to equate that. They're like, oh man, that sounds huge to me.
Yeah, so I think, I mean, the same thing with pitching to sponsors is the same thing as building a resume, right? Like, you just show them what impresses people. Yeah, saying you've worked with Google, Disney, and Pokemon is huge. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how they see it.
Disney, like the biggest company on earth. Like, you have Pokemon, the biggest media franchise of all time. Like, those are just big hitters.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Yeah, it's yeah, and what Dave just said. Yeah, you can put a lot of like almost on there. He said like almost 1 million people downloaded my game. It's 800K. Yeah, I mean almost 1 million sounds better than 800K. I'll always round up.
Round up to the biggest number that you can get away with.
Yeah, exactly. Nearly. Yeah, nearly's good. I feel like I'm just trying to think of like what it really is. Of the most impressive number, I think it's just total views. Subs are impressive and all, but like I think if you ask a big corporate guy, they're not really going to know the difference between subs and total views, right?
And plus, I mean, subs are always the metric, or sorry, not subs. Views are always the metric that are the most important. Because if you've got a 1 million subscriber channel, but somehow your views have dipped to like 10K views a video, like at what point, you know, is it even worth it?
I wonder how, like, because for me as a YouTuber, I see that and I understand what happened. But chat, do you ever just like see random channels like that and you're just confused? Because I feel like normally what I do whenever I see that, I always go to most popular video, and it's always something that's very dated, right? Like it's like a one-hit wonder or something,
right?
Because it's usually like look at it this way: if I have a video that went viral in 2016 and I got 100K subs by that, and they only stay for that one thing, and I'm still making content to like 1,000, 2,000 people, like I might just be getting away with sponsor money, right? Because then at that point you do the opposite of what I just said, and you start advertising your sub count for sponsors.
Yeah, right. You do whichever's the most relevant.
Exactly. So if you ever see anyone who has like, let's say 1 million subs and they're averaging 10K per video, they are still making bank on sponsor money.
Yeah, because you just say, let me show you my analytics, and then they see 1 million subs. They're like, wow, that is a lot of impressions that we could possibly get. They don't realize that they're only going to get like 10K impressions.
Or it's botted. Botted is never the first thing I assume, though.
Yeah, because it's you. I think if you were to like go to their most popular video, and then they have their most popular video is something with like 1K views, it's like, okay, then that's probably not real. But
my first thing is probably like something happened and it just didn't turn into a career.
Because like you said, a lot of the times you go most popular, here's 4 videos that got 5 million views over like the same topic, and then they, you know, that topic is no longer relevant or something.
Yeah, I feel like botting's not even like a huge thing in like YouTube subs and views. Like it's not something people really talk about.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really
'Cause,
matter. First
Yeah,
off.
because like I said, subs, in all honesty, subs really don't matter in terms of like making money or anything like that. Because nobody gets paid for how many subscribers they have.
PewDiePie is a good example. Still popular, but nowhere near his sub count would suggest. Yeah, that's a good example. Because like, who wouldn't take like 3 to 6 million views per video? But relatively,
Right.
it's like a low percentage, right?
Right.
But I think another thing with that is also like, I think me as a 3 million sub channel, I can get very similar views to like a newer like 1 million sub channel. And I think that's just because I think the longer your channel's been around, you have to like divide your viewer base in like older subs and like separate that, and then like active subs.
Right. Right.
Because I mean, even if I have like 3,000 subs I've accumulated over like the past 10 years, it's probably like more of I probably have maybe like 1.5 active subs who are like actively watching my channel and stuff like that, like different generations of viewers. Because like I remember, comparing like one time Point Crow and I like sat down and had like a lot of like comparing analytics, just like a healthy thing, and it was just interesting to see that like the differences. Like I have higher total views on everything, but then like he can generate more subs per video, and it's probably because like I've like probably tapped this audience already more than he has.
Right.
Right.
And
it's weird how like a lot of that conversion things work, right? But it's like we can also get very similar views on like different videos despite me being bigger. And he just hit 2 million, so he's climbing. But yeah, I think it's really interesting stuff like that. The only YouTubers I can think of on top of my head that stayed consistently popular throughout generations, Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. I think that's blatantly untrue. I mean, not to any offense to them, but I think it's like you're probably only focusing on like this very niche like gaming market. I wouldn't say niche, but it's like
I think the list is way bigger than 2 people.
Yeah. But also, it's like if you're gonna say like anything in gaming, like it's I don't even know who's the Markiplier of like beauty YouTube, right? Or like pin spinning, right? Or like magic. Like there are so many people who are on completely other sides of the internet. Like when I went to this Google Play Live, I have not heard of anyone who I shared the stage with prior to that event. And then like I got to know them all, and then I looked them up afterwards. I was like, these people have like 7+ million subs, and I've never heard of them.
Jesus.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, right. There's always going to be some random channels, just because it's one of those things where the way the YouTube algorithm works, there's content that will never ever come across your radar.
Yeah,
that is just going to be so popular to other people.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really cool, but yeah, also people who make content in other languages, right?
Yeah, that is a great point. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like Jaden's like QSMP, or not Jaden's like Quackities, but like Jaden's a part of it. So that's how I like osmosis learned about it. But it's really cool that you learn about so many different people through that. And also like the I mean, we witnessed a lot of like the people comparing about like content stuff with like the Jacksepticeye and Mr. Beast stuff. Did you see that?
I did. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah, I know you have your opinions on it, and I think it was like I get what Sean was saying about it, because he just said Mr. Beast, he's not a fan of his content and he thinks he like ruined YouTube, and the beef got squashed. They talked it out. Also, like I understand it. I don't think it should have been a beef thing. I think if a YouTuber wants to have an opinion, they're allowed to have it. I don't think Mr. Beast needs Jacksepticeye to approve of his content or think highly of it. Like, you know,
that is not hurting Mr. Beast's bottom line in the slightest.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, if I think this is true for any creator. I think if someone is talking shit on you on social media or something, just let it happen. You know?
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about the words of someone you wouldn't swap places with, right? Yeah, I mean, I watch Mr. Beast content. I know you don't, but
yeah, I don't at all.
I think it's like there's a lot of good that he does, because I know most people have like problems with like the faux charity stuff, but I think the main point Sean was saying was just like, I think the one thing he said was like if he was having fun, the videos would be longer. And I know Mr. Beast obviously has fun with his content, but I think the point he was trying to say is that the videos aren't designed around having fun. It's designed around like optimizing viewer duration, right?
Right.
Like
right.
you don't get to sit and absorb it because we're already moving on to the next thing. I think he was just talking about it had nothing to do with the content or who Mr. Beast is or what he's doing. It's just the structure of the videos where they're optimized to keep people interested instead of like just doing it at your own pace. And
right.
I think it was a point that like any YouTuber can hear what he was saying and make sense of it, but I think it's very hard to hear it from the other side, right?
Right. It's one of those things where it's like, maybe I would include a funny edit in my video that's like super niche and think like, oh, I think this will make my video better. But if that were a moment where a lot of people might click off the video, Mr. Beast would cut that. Even like if he personally liked it, he would still do it because he recognizes that that's not what the viewer wants to see. And I think that's the thing. It's like he's not making something that maybe gives him, I'm sure it does give him fulfillment to make these videos.
It can also be like the difference of, don't get me wrong, I love what I do now and everything like that. I think it's nice that YouTube, I think for the most part, allows you to be like more creative and stuff like that, push new ideas. Creativity is rewarded for the most part. But I think it's ideas right now. Ideas sell better than person because people say, oh, we love your personality, we want you and stuff like that. But like there's a difference of why, you know, Pokemon Nuzlocke Challenge, but this hard thing is added, sells better than like, let's say me doing like the supercut, right? Like supercuts were awesome, but they don't really do as well nowadays. And it's just because people have like this expected culture and stuff like that. So I think it's just a whole cultural shift where like everything has to have a hook now. It's a sell.
Right.
And it's not a bad thing. I personally like it, but I don't think I could have gotten popular doing what I did in 2017, doing what I do now.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, obviously he had a huge influence, but there's clearly been a massive shift in the way that content is made on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
it's like,
I don't even know if he was the first one. He's just the biggest, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
think
obviously
like
the Mr. Beast clones are extremely annoying, and every time you see one, you're like, dear God, like this is awful. But the crazy thing is,
honestly, let's blame
have,
TikTok
like,
more than we blame Mr. Beast, I think.
That's a good point. Yeah, just short form content in general, like attention spans just got destroyed.
Yeah, it's probably more of TikTok than it is Mr. Beast, right? Like I think most of the complaints Sean was having probably falls more on just the TikTok, YouTube short reels culture, where it's like, if I know long form content still sells, but we can't lie that attention span hasn't gotten worse.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, one, I don't view any Mr. Beast content, but two, I also don't view any short form content at all. Like, I don't even have TikTok installed on my phone. I don't ever really click on YouTube Shorts. I never look at Instagram. So it's an area that I'm just so unfamiliar with, and I think it's why I don't really like that content, because it's just not anything that I consume ever. Anyways,
I'd be scrolling through reels and TikToks like a motherfucker at night.
I have to watch like long form content. I don't know.
Yeah, I like long form content. I don't even mean to watch videos, the short form content.
It just kind of happens.
It just kind of happens. Okay. So I see a lot of people agreeing with you that they say, "Hey, I don't watch shorts either." Okay, who does not like watching shorts but still does? That's my question. Because I was like, there's way too many of y'all for how high the views on shorts are. Yeah,
also,
I was
we're in the middle of a live stream right now. I don't think that the heavy short form audience is going to be here
no, that's
right now
fair.
Anyways.
But I know a lot of you hate that you keep clicking on it, but who does?
That is a lot more people saying yes than no. So
yep.
Also, YouTube just shows you the analytics, and pretty much everybody watches both. So
yeah. Because I feel like I'm the guy who's like, I don't really watch much short form content, but then it's like I keep doing it. You know,
then you actively track. You're like, man, actually, I'm watching a few more.
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah. Yeah, it's fast food. That's really all it is. But I do think shorts culturally have done something good for your long form content, or just any long form content, where it's like the shorts culture has almost made people, I feel like, appreciate the longer form content. Like, if it wasn't for shorts, I don't think people would. This might be a kind of a bolder take, but I don't think people would acknowledge my script writing abilities if it wasn't for short writing stuff. Because I think a lot of people are so easily impressed by me foreshadowing the slightest thing. So because you don't really have time to do that in short form content.
Right.
So
it's definitely a skill. Like, I don't know how to make short form content like at all. I'm so bad at it.
I've studied a lot of it, and I feel like I just recently came across like an epiphany on like, oh, it just made sense. So I'm about to hit the ground running on short form content again. I'm gonna, like, several of the stories I've already told today are gonna be made shorts, especially the Sanji-san one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the weirdest thing that like it feels backwards of is normally with like YouTube videos, you want to say like, I realized like Ludwig started doing this, and then I saw everyone do it after, and I was like, oh, okay, got it. He intros the shorts with the title of the video of the short, and at first, like, it sounds like, oh, no shit, but if you're coming from long form content, why would I open the video with, like, I guess you could say like, I attempted my first Pokemon Nuzlocke and stuff like that, where it's just like, you probably don't have to say it because the title says it for you already. So you don't think about it, but likely if they're just, swiping through, they didn't even click on it because of the title.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So they kind of reiterate the title as a hook. And if you're there for it, it doesn't really take you out of it.
Right.
But you have to hook someone as they're scrolling.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting.
That's honestly so funny, because the only shorts that I ever click on are the ones that I see like on the YouTube home. I never click and then swipe.
Yeah, you're one and back.
Yeah, I click because of the title. I don't click because of the first 2 seconds. But yeah, I can definitely see why the importance of that if you are someone that just scrolls. And so
I'm not one who scrolls on YouTube, but I think because the YouTube home screen, they integrate shorts and like your main long form content. I do be clicking on shorts on YouTube, and then I go back to the main screen. But like on Instagram, TikTok, I do scroll on those.
Is there even an option to not scroll on TikTok? I don't even know. I thought that was just all
I guess
scroll.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah, but I mean, I recognize that it's hard. Like, it's not easy just to make short form content.
No, it's a weird skill because I think a lot of like recent growth for like established creators, like I'm going to use Ludwig as an example. I think Ludwig's a great creator, right? Very passionate, driven, willing to do new things, willing to do the same thing, good at doing both. I think, well, like I say that and it comes off like backhanded, but I think like a lot of creators, me included, like you keep wanting to do like big thing, and then your content's so infrequent. I think Ludwig's really good at using these smaller, easier, bite-sized consumable things to work up to these big things. And it's like, I think he's really good at that because he doesn't really have an ego with his content, which I know that sounds fucked, right? But like, because his persona does act arrogant. But I think genuinely, I don't think anyone can act like that with an ego like that. I think Ludwig is genuinely a very humble, driven, grindy guy. And that's why he is growing at the rate he is. Because I think Ludwig has officially, I think 5 million subs, which he's passed now, is kind of my mental number for like, you broke through, like you escaped whatever, like he's no longer a gaming creator. Because I feel like a lot of gaming creators there's like, just creators in general, usually a big creator is like 2 to 4 million, right? Like anywhere in there, that's big. I think 5 and beyond is kind of like, you're on your path to be like a Goliath.
Yeah.
And Ludwig is like in our side of the industry, like he is the Goliath. But I think he's getting there. Yeah, he's like I think Ludwig's like what, like a year or two away from 10 million,
Probably. I mean, I didn't even know it was at 5. He was at 5 million. So
yeah, but
that just shows how fast those people grow.
I think the big thing is he's not slowing down, and also shorts. I think Ludwig got, I don't want to say lucky. I think he's very fortunate that he is good in, I don't know if that's the right word. I think Ludwig's great in long form content and he's also great in short form content, which I do think it's kind of hard to be both.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Ludwig plan on quitting in like 2-3 years? Fucking who cares? I know Ludwig wants to quit. I don't know he doesn't. I know he doesn't want to do this forever, but until he does, he's gonna keep growing. But yeah, I think he's really good in short form content, and I think Ludwig's in a position where a lot of people are looking at him and they take after him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah. Didn't he do a challenge where he started a completely new channel to show it wasn't luck? I mean, okay, so here's my comment on that. I think getting your first video viral or whatever, it is a good amount of luck. But you learn the skill sets on how to go viral by being a YouTuber.
Right.
Like, if anyone could make a new channel, it's Ludwig, because he has all that retained knowledge on what works and what doesn't work. And also the success of it was getting an established streamer to react to the video. So it's like...
Mm-hmm. And then it got picked up in the algorithm, so...
Yeah, I think it's just... It makes sense, but I do agree with the... You know, it's kind of like a bigoted philosophy almost, but I do think that people will... there is luck with your first video, because if I know nothing and I'm just putting videos out there in the void, and it happened to work out, yeah, it's probably luck. People say, you know, luck is opportunity meets skill, and it's like, sure, if you want to go with this poetic approach to it. Yeah. But if you really want to guarantee success on content creation, the answer is unfortunately collaboration. Like, yeah, it takes a village, right?
Especially now, like, you know, maybe in a different era of YouTube, it was easier, but yeah, now for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's ever been true, though, because I feel like back in 2014, when I was starting, everyone was like, it's way too saturated to start now. And we're saying the same thing in 2023.
10 years later. Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking like very, very early YouTube, like even before then, but which doesn't even really, because at that point,
I just don't think
like
there were
platform.
standards yet, though. So like,
That's
no one
true.
knew what good, no one even knew what they wanted on YouTube yet.
Yeah. No, it was just, it's honestly just impossible to even compare the two because they're so different now.
Yeah, it's very different. And I think with just content as a whole, like it's unpredictable what's going to happen next. Yeah, Fred was the first to 1 million. That's true. That's forever true.
He's I think that's another crazy thing, is just the way that numbers have grown over time. Like back in the day, that was such a huge deal. Now somebody uploads like 10 shorts and gets...
Yeah, how many people have gold play buttons now, right?
Right. They
Dude,
just print them out like nobody's business nowadays.
Why are you playing sad music? I think one of my favorite facts about like content and everything is, or I guess no, it's not a fact. It's like I think the cinematic universe of Fred is genuinely baffling. The canonical universe of Fred is so airtight and consistent. And I think it's very impressive for any creator at that age without any knowledge on how content is like supposed to be done or anything. And he created like a very airtight, no plot hole like universe. Is very impressive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Quentin Reviews did a whole deep dive through like the entire Fred background and everything, watched every video, the movies, everything, the Christmas albums even, and all of the characters he brings up will like come like way later in the series, like it's some One Piece shit.
Dang.
And it's like
he had it like
it's
that.
it's super airtight. It's impressive because you don't really think of it being something like that.
Mhm.
But the universe is consistent, and it's just impressive because like what person has a canon in their YouTube videos, especially in that time period?
Right. Yeah. Truly ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Truly a trailblazer. For all of us.
Underappreciated, I'd say.
Yep. Because like at the time, you're like, oh, this Fred guy, he's so annoying. He's got this high.
I think a lot of Fred is rose-tinted goggles. I mean, I'm not talking about the content, right? Like, the content's grating on my ears, right? But I'm just complimenting the world building for it. Yeah, Smosh first to get 10 million. Yeah, dude, wait until Mr. Beast and T-Series start beefing. That's the real shit.
Yeah, what's that looking like? How close are those two channels?
He's getting there.
Jesus. Okay, T-Series is 248. Mr. Beast is 181.
I mean, and Mr. Beast grows fast. I think the one
Right.
thing Mr. Beast has shown me that I would have doubted, like when PewDiePie hit 100 million, you were kind of like, damn, I can't even believe there's 100 million people to have sub to you. And that's crazy. And when Mr. Beast hit there, like PewDiePie kind of, he kind of was like, now I'm retiring. I hit my 100 mil, I'm done.
Right.
And he kind of slowed down. Mr. Beast kept going, and I was just like, you can still keep going? You know? Like, I just didn't realize you could.
I just checked the social blades. He has gained 8 million subscribers in the past 30 days. T-Series has only gained 1 million. So it's gonna
he's
happen.
on trajectory.
He's on the chase. He wants to become the biggest YouTube channel of all time, and he is on his way.
There is one interview I watched with Mr. Beast, and I fuck with this energy that he had really, really heavily. And it's that he was talking about, it was way before he like surpassed PewDiePie. You know, a lot of people in interviews questions like, do you think you're going to become the most subscribed YouTuber and stuff like that? And he was like, I really don't want to, because he thinks it's much more inspiring that PewDiePie is the most subscribed YouTuber and not him, because he is a business. He has hundreds of employees, but PewDiePie was a guy in his bedroom, and he stayed that way. And I honestly, I think that was like the most base thing I've ever heard from Mr. Beast, where it was just like I agree that it's like more inspiring to have it be like, broadcast yourself. Anyone could be famous. And I think that was a really good thing to say.
To me, I hear that, and then I think it's really funny how mad he got about the Jacksepticeye thing. Like, he identified that PewDiePie is the true essence of what a YouTuber should be, and he's like, "Nah, dude, I didn't ruin YouTube." Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be different if he said that versus if PewDiePie said that, right?
yeah.
If PewDiePie says that, that's a dick thing to say. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Like his Mr. Beast is just a vessel to gain,
bro's like
just to-
stained from
just to
nature.
grow.
Yeah, it's crazy though. Also, hi Izzy. It's so nice that everyone's been dropping like their sub today.
It probably feels good to be back. Everybody gets to get their sub in.
When are you coming to LA next?
Good question.
Also, I want to visit Oklahoma soon. I haven't been in a while.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't, because I know Dylan's heading out there, but
Yeah, he's coming out the 28th
probably
of the
for
10th.
I'd like to come out for some basketball game or something. So
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe once basketball season rolls around, I'll be heading out.
What do you think's easier to grow on Twitch or YouTube? Oh, not even a question. YouTube.
Dude, Twitch is so hard.
Yeah. Also, hi Cora. But yeah, it's the problem with Twitch is like, how do you find a new channel without getting rated or collaborating with someone else?
Because let's be honest, who in here has just gone to a game category and start browsing for like new people to watch? You just never do that.
Question: how did you find your first Alpharad stream? Was it a tweet?
Checkmate.
Was it Discord? Was it through YouTube community post? Was it in a video? Yeah, through YouTube. Through YouTube, huh? Interesting.
VODs, yeah, all YouTube sources.
It's either a collab or an external site. Like that. Those are the only options. Yeah, a lot more people saying Jaden than I expected. I guess that makes sense though. I just never thought about it, right?
Yeah, it's that's got to be a weird. Do you like ever like look at your YouTube analytics and see who you share the most viewership with?
Yeah, sometimes I do. I don't know exactly where to find that. It's analytics. It's Sword King. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Let me try and view my similar channels. Audience, I think.
Yeah, I think it's an audience.
Yeah, I found it. Channels your audience watches. Yo, Game Theory, huge.
Huge.
Schlatt's short channel. Then a couple of people I've never heard of, and then Point Crow.
Mine are Peachal #1,
That makes
CJ2, Jaden's second channel 3, Smant 4. I can't believe you're not on here. I guess it's probably just because you haven't uploaded in a while. Because it's the last 28 days.
I mean,
'Cause you're
also,
sick.
maybe the algorithm is just different because the list I have for this is much different than what it usually looks like. Normally, it's shit like my VOD channel, right? Or something like that.
Oh, right. Yeah, maybe they changed it.
Yeah, the algorithm looks different.
I feel like there was definitely a point where it was like on mine, it was like your like just all your channels, like not Alpharad Gold.
Yeah. Oh, good question. Any products or services that you still use post sponsorship? Ooh, that is I hope no brands are watching. So I did
raid Shadow Legends every day, guys.
I mean, if it's for like a game I already play, like obviously I've gotten a sponsor for Pokemon, for Stumble Guys, for stuff like that. Like, yeah, I do play those games with friends. So like I do play those. For a while back, I did a for NordVPN. I actually do use. I mean, how often do I need a VPN? It's not often, but it's when I do need one, I do use Nord. So it's like once every few months. Omega Strikers, yeah, I do play that game. Pokemon Unite, I do play that. Not often.
We got to get on our Pokemon Unite grind.
Dude, I'm super down to play. Honkai, no, I never really played Honkai. I think with the sponsor I probably use the most is I did a sponsor for like a cell phone for gamers. It was just a phone that had like a strong processor in it and shit like that. And it's Android, and obviously I use iPhone, so it's if I need to record mobile footage for a game or something, I'll use that phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so if it's like another sponsor comes and asks me to record something for them, I'll use that phone. And if it's like really something that's like Android only, you know, like I'll do that. And trying to think. I mean, it's like Casetify. They sent me a few phone cases, and I ended up using it for like maybe like a year or two until I just happened to buy a new phone case. But what was really cool, actually, shout out Casetify. When we first worked with them, they asked me, "Hey, here's our whole website. Look at what we want." And they had like one-piece phone cases. That was like a seasonal thing. It was like a promotion they ran for a month and expired. I didn't know it was that, so I asked them for those. They said, "Sorry, we only did that. We don't even have material. Like we don't even have product anymore."
Oh wow!
And I was like, that's okay. Don't worry about it." And I just picked some more generic ones. And then a year and a half later, they did a separate one-piece stuff and reached out to me and asked if I wanted them for free.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah, I thought that was like, it feels less corporate when it's like that was a human who remembered, right?
Right. The fact that they remembered that and then thought to reach back out to you is really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was super nice. It's because that is not the energy you get from sponsors normally. So, but I'll talk positively on that one. That was super nice. Yeah, that was sick. I'm trying to think. Any brands you've worked with where you've like retained?
I did a HelloFresh for a really long time.
Oh, yeah, did you use it?
Yeah, I liked it. Like, I know people are like, oh, it's still expensive, but I think the thing I like the most about HelloFresh is that it forced me, it got me to try a lot of recipes that I never would have tried before. And like, I know that some people will just go on the website and like look for the stuff, but I'm lazy, so I liked it being sent to my house and then having the stuff to make it, and it's usually pretty good. So
yeah, I haven't gotten sponsored by HelloFresh actually, but I have used it before. It was
See, I knew Dylan would be one of the people that would hate HelloFresh. But... Dylan and Dawn, both notorious HelloFresh haters.
I think it's so funny that Dylan hasn't said a single word yet. But hey, I found something to hate on.
I got it for free though, so you know it's different that way. But I did continue using it for a little while.
I just wanted to try a HelloFresh once. I mean, I made the whole short on it, right? And they just kept, like, I couldn't cook everything they gave me fast enough, and it just started piling up, and it was, like, overwhelming. Yeah. Oh, you've said mini words? I'm sorry, Dylan. I didn't see your mini words. Let's look at the other mini words that Dylan said.
Dylan's been around. Yeah, Dylan's been in chat.
He said, Pokemon Unite, capital D, colon. And then said, that's my dog, Japan motherfucking Brayden.
Shout outs to my boy, Dylan. Oh, now he's got a sub. Huge.
Yeah, Dylan has many words to say. I do want to play Unite.
We need Blaziken to drop so we can get Jaden in on it too. We can 3-stack.
You're just talking about, because guys, I don't think we're playing Pokemon today. I think it's just short chatting stream. We'll be back to form soon. Don't worry.
That's like the perfect way to come back, though, is just to catch up with everybody.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess, were you planning on doing shiny hunting, though? Because that's just chatting.
Yeah, I was going to do that and just talk about this anyways, but then it just went on longer than expected, so it's whatever. Yeah, for catching up, it's fine. I tried to join your Unite team, but it was full. Dude, I think one of the craziest things for sponsors is, I don't know how many mobile phone sponsors you've done, Braden, but
0.
Gotcha. Something they always throw, even Pokemon Unite did this on the one I just did with them. Okay, also I have something else to talk to you. Remind me after the stream to bring up something I need to tell you about sponsors.
Okay.
And, yeah, with, like, they always want to, like, bridge it's like a little bit of corporate misunderstanding where they want you to, like, try to get closer to your audience to incentivize them to come to the game. And they'll be like, come join my Clash of Clans team. If you'd go Team Alpharad, you can join Team Alpharad. And it's like, what is it? First off, what the fuck does it mean? And second off, they cap these teams at like 30 people. And it's like,
Jesus.
It's always so strange to me is like why they do that and then cap them so little. Because like people typically can't even join. It's like made for like clans and people like that. And Omega, okay, like I will say Omega Strikers, though, that is the best creator integration like I have ever seen. You remember that shit?
The Omega Strikers, yeah.
Yeah, where they had like you got to sign up with your creator code, and it was like you got an emote in the game, and you would actively compete against each other. Like I think the creator war that they had on Omega Strikers was one of the most.
That's a good integration.
I think that was the best campaign I've ever seen for like a creator program because it actually made the creators want to get in, like actually play it, support it. Because I mean, I was streaming
There's an incentive to play it. Yeah.
I started streaming it outside of sponsor, and I know Ludwig started streaming it outside of sponsor, and the guy who got second also was streaming it a shit ton. Didn't we win the war?
Hold on, I'll be right back again.
Yeah, all good. We got third place in Omega Strikers, but it was top 3 are the ones who get prizes. Second and third get the exact same prize. First gets the exact same prize, but one extra thing. So it's like, we got top 3. We're fine. Charlie 2 and Connor. No. Connor wasn't in top 3. Charlie wasn't either. I found out Charlie wasn't even in the Moist Moguls. It was just Ludwig. He just did that there so people would sign up for it thinking it was critical. So it worked. Yeah, it was I think we got second place for a good amount of it. We got third place. We were never really scared of going into fourth. But like we were second for most of it. We never got into first. But second and third was close. Yeah, it was a fight for second, really. Bro accidentally won. Yeah, Ludwig's really good at accidentally winning things. How many teams were there? I think like 50. Am I right? But shocker, the bigger creators won the event at the creator popularity contest, you know? It felt like, I don't know how you balance that out, right? Or maybe you make it like a ratio thing, like you get more points. I don't know how you do it, make it fair. But yeah, it's like, I don't know how you were supposed to win that without being a multi-million sub creator. I guess it is like, it is a little not great, I guess. You know, it's a good campaign that gets people interested, but only for the bigger creators. You know what I mean? Do you know what your prize is? It's a custom skin of your choice in the game. It's a like 1% revenue share for the season, which is like, I don't need that. You're already paying me, first off. And it's like any YouTuber who you're paying tens of thousands of dollars to play your game, they don't need the extra money, you know? Yeah, it's fine. It was just like, I was like, I'd rather the game get more money in their development than giving it to content creators outside of like marketing sponsor things. Like anything additional you don't need. Yeah, it's giving prom queen vibes. Yeah, I know, I see it. You can do with voting gauntlets. People who are behind get a multiplier. That is true. That's kind of what I was thinking on like how you would do it. But then it keeps everyone close. Where it's like if you're in 50th place, you have a larger multiplier to help you get back up to first and stuff like that. Charlie wanted it to help run his esports business. I mean, sure. Like, sure, right? But it's just, dude, creators make so much stupid fucking money. And, like, that is nice that that's what he's putting the money towards. My point is that we don't need it. Like, it's... Oh, wait. Omega Strikers accidentally gave me 100 subs instead of the 50, so I earned for second place. So you finished in first place. Congratulations, Dylan. To be fair, it's a good marketing strategy because multi-million subs attract people to the game. Yes, that is marketing. I agree. My point was just saying, like, all the smaller creators you have in it, they're just kind of like, they're cast to the side of the road. Yeah, congrats, Dylan, for getting first place. Cut him some slack, moist moguls bleed money. I am sorry that your favorite YouTuber is not immune from criticism. I'm not even criticizing him. I'm just saying, as a principle, I'm getting tight. I'm just saying, timing. YouTubers make so much fucking money where it was like, if this indie game is offering me a sponsor, and then they're saying, we'll give you more money on top of that if you win this contest. I'm like, YouTubers don't fucking want money. They want to be immortalized in some random shit. Like, put the skin in the game. Like, whenever I hosted the Omega Strikers tournament, they were like, how much money do we put on the tournament? I was like, dude, you can put as much money as you want on it. And people read, like, Colin wanted the emote in the game, right? I was like, just put an emote in the game and people will be happy. Yeah. Anyways, what's up?
What's good?
Yeah, Lil Bro's emotes in the game.
That's so sick.
The music for that game is phenomenal, though. That is very true. Do you have any skins in the game? I have one in the works. I don't really know what the status of Omega Strikers is right now. I haven't really heard anything about it, but I hope that's not a bad thing, you know? Dylan likes money. Yeah, that's true. Congrats on the money, man. You earned that money. You earned that first place money for second place.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up Steam charts for Omega Strikers. This is a game I don't want to die, and I hope it's... But I think if I haven't heard anyone talk about it, that's not the best sign. Oh, actually, this is pretty good. It's got a consistent 24-hour peak of 2,000 people on it. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah, I was just fearful that it dropped in like hundreds. Yeah, 2,000 active is good. What's... Here, let me look. What's the peak in 3 months? Yeah, let me do 1 month. The peak is 4,300 concurrents. Oh, no, this game's not dead. Wow. Yeah, no, this game's live and well. Obviously, no game is as big as it is right at launch, right?
Right.
And even then, the peak was like 19,000. I would say retaining 2,000 active from like 19,000 is pretty good. Especially when you compare shit like Fall Guys, right?
Right.
Yeah. Damn. That game got... They're lucky they got bought by Epic at like just that right time, because I feel like that's such a good place for Fall Guys to be. Because I feel like once you're with Epic, like they just get all these fuck you collabs, and there's so much
Yeah.
money in it because of that.
Mm-hmm. Man, I haven't played. It's been a little while since I've played Fall Guys.
Yeah,
I always
same.
loved Fall Guys.
I think after playing Stumble Guys, it's so interesting how like the movement is so much better. And it's like it should be the knock. It's so much better.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Just like looking at it from afar, I would have assumed that it would have been way worse.
Yeah. No, the movement is like there's just like a lot of shit you can do in it, and it's
wow.
interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, but Fall Guys does get the collabs, but they did just do the Mr. Beast collab in Stumble Guys.
Oh, dang. He's in Stumble Guys and Fall Guys? That's crazy.
Real controversial. First, as I feel like Epic bought Fall Guys and they do anything interesting in a reasonable amount of time. I think all the Epic thing really added to Fall Guys was probably money, first off. And second, probably just collabs. That's kind of the vibe I've gotten from it. Right? I feel like all Epic really brings is collabs. They got that Fortnite connections. I also would not be surprised if like a lot of those deals are done in tandem, right?
Yeah, I have not kept up with either Fortnite or Fall Guys collabs, so...
Isn't the point of Fall Guys that it's hard to control? Okay, let's say that's intentional. And let's say I can describe two platformers to you. One that is fun to control and one that is hard to control. What's your preference? Or one that is easy to control? Did I like the One Piece live action? Yes, I did. Hey, Jesus Walks in chat. What'd you think of it? Did you see he posted like a 12 tweet long thread?
I read it early on. I have not gone back to check it. I will be interested to hear any updates on how the One Piece community took that
all
one.
the early replies I saw to it were people just posting like, if no one's got bad takes, I know Dylan's got me covered.
I'm sure that one got posted a lot underneath.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. I love one time Dylan arguing with me on Twitter and responding to... Oh, Dylan posted...
Huge.
I'll pin it.
I must click on this. Oh, this is good.
Only 6 quote retweets. Yeah, you could have done worse.
Yeah, I could have never changed Dylan.
Yeah, Brain, I'll post you. This is the the image.
I love that
If
image.
nobody got bad takes. I know Dylan got me. Can I get an amen?
That's the best. Dylan always stands by his convictions, which is why I love him so
yeah, exactly. Say what you want about Dylan. He is the least sheep person I have ever met.
Absolutely.
Dylan is willing to stand by his opinion through the thick and thin. Alpha, any Fortnite collabs you're hopeful for? I wanted One Piece, and I don't think it's happening if it didn't happen now. I think FNAF is funny. I would love to see Foxy with a gun. And then I would like Hatsune Miku concert. But it's just Miku with a gun. But I feel like I can ask for all these things that'd be cool, and they're just gonna give me like we're getting an Eminem concert next month, you know? Would you play Shady into Fortnite? Miku is in Pokemon? Oh yeah, that's a crazy collab. Did you see that?
I did. I loosely saw it.
They're doing 18 collabs with Miku with one of every Pokemon type.
Oh, whoa, that's really cool. I need to look this up. Miku Pokemon.
Yeah, and there's one with her with let me Miku Pokemon of her and Meloetta, and it's just really cute.
That's the first one I saw. Rillaboom. How many? Is it like every day they're gonna do one?
Yeah, it's here's another one. Yeah, right here, chat. Here we have Miku and Meloetta. Then we have Rillaboom coming up next. Love to see that.
Awesome.
Oops. Yeah, what's this talk about a direct people are talking about? Is it just rumors? Or what's this direct? I'm shocked that they did the Wonder Direct so separate from it then. It's just rumors?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, what they only do the show on Tuesday anyways, right? It's tomorrow. Oh, would you look at that? Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yo, chat. Now would be a great time to see if you got a spare Prime laying around. You know? It's been a month since Jacob streamed. Wouldn't it be crazy if he came back? I don't know if Hype Train is on cooldown. But click on that little subscribe button. See if you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. Just get a massive Prime check. Oh, there we go. We got one. Oh, they're coming in now. You love to see it. That's a hit. It's always easier to shill for other people than to shill for yourself. Because then I'm not asking you to give me money. I'm asking you to give someone else money. So I feel less bad about it. But it's free. Like you're not even spending any money. But it is September. Subs are 25% off all month until, if you scroll down, let's see, October 1st at 12 a.m. Pacific. So lots of options here. I think gift subs are discounted like the last week or something. So pretty cool. See, we even got a tier 1. 25% off tier 1. What's the funniest thing that we could possibly do in chat to have Jacob come back to? Honestly, it is just giving him money. I think coming back to a lot of money, that's pretty funny. The point emote. Does Jacob have better Twitch TV emotes?
Yeah, I have some.
Oh, you do have some?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so now I'm back. Now we get to do content stuff. Ooh. And I can
That's
talk
gotta
about
be a good feeling.
the one ROM hack that we're making, or I'm making, and you get to play too, of the... Oh, I'm excited for that one.
Are you able to talk about it yet? Or
I'll talk about it. I just want to let's be vague for a few minutes, just to rise up the suspense. I'm still looking at this shit though. I think this is so funny. But I think I'm sure that you and because you are difficulty Nuzlocke guy. You're doing run and bun right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty much
almost wiped last night. So
nice.
not for much longer. At least attempt 1.
Emerald Kaizo 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna start Emerald Kaizo soon. Oh, I found something really cool. I've always wanted to play through like Coliseum, Gale of Darkness, one of those. Because I just want to revisit those games, but I don't really know the angle for it because I know Smant kind of angled it as like the hardest Pokemon official Pokemon game, and I think I kind of want to riff off that with Coliseum because I found. Have you seen Grand Coliseum?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah,
it's just a difficulty patch for Coliseum. And I think I'm going to play that, not like a Nuzlocke or anything. Cause,
just play through it.
I think Nuzlocking through like super text-driven games is obnoxious as hell because wipes just require you to go through so much.
Definitely. It's why I do not want to touch Gen 7 ever.
Yeah, especially when like it's so wipe heavy with like Ultra Necrozma and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, so I want to do Grand Coliseum. It's just like they added Fairy type. They have physical special split.
Oh,
they have like I think like 65 moves from newer Pokemon gens. They did like some like not they retyped some Pokemon, but it's all like the kind of shit you know what I'm talking about with like a they gave Luxray Dark type kind of shit.
Dude, that is like the ROM hack. That is just the mark of what type of ROM hack are we working with here? Are we working with the Dark Electric?
Yeah. Oh, also, Sungar the Box. Thanks for the 25 gifted. All the big gifters have come and dropped fat loads today, so thank you for all that.
You love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, let me look up. So I just want to play through Grand Coliseum because I think like for YouTube video wise, just the angle of like modders made the hardest Pokemon game even harder, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my god, here we go. Yeah, physical special split, fairy type, 65 new moves. Stat type ability updates, changes in line with Drayano hacks. XD.
Everybody's favorite.
Revamped TM list, infinite TM use, new shadow encounters, gym-themed column CM battles, higher difficulty, Alola, Ninetales, and Marowak. And different versions based on which set of starter trio you want. Got it. Yeah, so that seems cool. I'm going to play that soon. I want to do my casual EK.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be fun. But the ROM hack that I keep alluding, I think this, because like where I was going with that was like everyone wants to do like the harder, more difficult ROM hack stuff like that. But yeah. I think I just really like doing the silly, funny ones, and I want to focus more on those.
Are great.
Because I think of like the egg lock, right? And, oh yeah, because you did one too.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you posting it soon?
Yeah, it's probably gonna go up on Friday.
Oh shit. Well, everyone go
we
subscribe to Captain Kid right now if you're watching, just to make sure you see it.
At Captain Kid YT, YouTube.com.
Yes, mods. Someone dumped the link in there. Just get at least 5 new subscribers today. That's all we ask.
Yes, huge. The views are trailing off for the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon randomizer video. I need another influx.
Dude, that video did super well, though.
I cannot believe that's like a top 10 video now. I did not expect that to do so well.
Yeah, if you wait, no, I can't sub because I'm already subscribed. Log into your school account. That counts.
We love dead subs.
And yeah, because if you guys saw the Mystery Dungeon randomizer I did for like one stream, Kid finished it on his, and that video did really well. Which, always want to believe in you, support you, and all that stuff. But it was like when you were posting that video, I was kind of like in the back of my head, it was like I hope it does well. Like I hope it does okay. That's kind of where I was.
That was my hope too. I was like, I would be satisfied with a 5 of 10. And then it exploded to a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's just one of those videos. That was me with Undertale, right?
Yeah. Sometimes they just get picked up in the algorithm and they go dummy.
Yeah, I can't believe my Undertale multiplayer did well. Still can't.
Yeah, that video was crazy.
Yeah. Thanks, Kat. Thanks for posting Kid's channel.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the new subs.
But yeah, what was I? Oh, so the ROM hack that we've been working on. I just want to do a silly, fun ROM hack, and I think we're just playing through base Emerald, but we revamped the decks, and we retyped all the Pokemon because we added 50 new types to the game, and I'm not going to have a type chart open for the run, but so we're going to have to figure it out as we go.
That is going to be going to be an uphill task for sure.
That is an uphill task. Silly Emerald. Yeah, Silly Emerald.
I think that's the best way to do it, because I kind of hate when ROM hacks do change up the typings of existing Pokemon.
Yeah.
But if you change up the types of every single Pokemon, then it's awesome. Then it's silly, and it can be fun.
It can be. Yeah. So I did post a community tab asking people for suggestions. And I think one of the funniest ones, they wanted liberal and Republican types. Liberal and conservative types. And I was like, bet.
That would be, you should do smash or pass, but you go through the Pokedex and say if you think that a Pokemon would be liberal or conservative.
I think Charizard's conservative.
I think so too. He got his bag and he doesn't care about whatever happens to anybody else.
Maybe it's just because all of the Kanto starters are like so old, where I just assume they're all boomers.
All the Gen 1ers are boomers.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think who's who's the most liberal Gen 1 Pokemon.
I think it's got to be like Mr. Mime or something.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Mime is like a leftist.
I think
he's a
Mr. Mime
communist.
could be like one of those guys who's like he says he's like fiscally conservative, right? Which
So he's like a centrist.
yeah, he's like, I'm socially
fiscally conservative,
liberal, like
socially
that guy.
liberal. That's funny.
Yeah. The pink worm is a liberal. Yeah, I think shiny Dragonair is a liberal for sure. I agree. I don't think Ditto has political opinions. I think he's just happy to not think about them.
Ditto doesn't vote. Ditto doesn't do anything.
Ditto
he doesn't
does not
believe
vote.
in. He doesn't believe in
Machamp
democracy.
is full MAGA. Yeah, I see it. Gengar is liberal. Yeah, I agree. Chansey's liberal. Oh yeah, Chansey works in medical. Of course they're liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chansey hates Big Pharma.
Mewtwo's like anti-establishment, I think. Mewtwo wouldn't conform to either party.
No, but I do feel like if given the choice, Mewtwo would be a dictator.
Yeah. He's a far right anti-establishment believer.
I stand dictator Mewtwo. That's fair. Meowth is libertarian. Oh, I fully agree with that. Onyx is a man podcast right-winger. I'm glad people are as passionate on this conversation as they are.
Wow, this might be a better idea than we even realized.
I'd love to see Dylan make this tier list, though.
Dylan should do liberal or conservative.
Do the kind of tier list where you have like the XY graph.
Oh yeah,
And then
oh,
place them on the scale. Why is this sad music? Why are we playing? There we go. Anyways, I forgot everything we've discussed prior to that. Oh, I think we were just saying content. Oh yeah, so we added 50 types to... It's just base Emerald, but we added 50 types to it. And I think just being able to figure it out in live time is going to be funny. It has a different dex, because the dex goes up to Gen 7 or 8. So we made... It's not the whole national dex. We made our own regional dex, and I think it's of like 300 Pokemon.
Oh, that's nice to cut it back.
Yeah, because... they retyped all the Pokemon. They kept some of the original typings. Just not like they might keep one of the original typings. Like Charmander is still primary fire, but who knows what that secondary type might be.
He's fire Republican type now.
Yeah, I think they mixed up the starters too for the ROM hack. I think because I told him do the Hisui strat. So I think the starters for... We don't have a name for the ROM hack yet. It might just... Who knows? It might be Silly Emerald. It might be Type Emerald or something like that.
Good.
I think we were going to do Type Emerald. Like Type : Emerald. But it was... I think the starters are Poplio, Finnegan, and Chikorita. I think those are the 3 starters.
Oh, I hate all those. I'm killing my starter immediately.
I think, mixed reactions in chat. Well, I feel like Chikorita never gets love, so like let's at least
This is
give
the
them
time.
something. Yeah, I like Primarina the most of all those Pokemon, but I mean Water in Gen 8 does go a little dummy. Or Gen 3 is my bad. I think in that, I think I choose Finnegan.
Yeah. Who's to even say when there's 50 additional types?
Yeah, I guess it's actually not that Water does well. It's more so just that Swampert does well.
Yeah. And that's just because of a very like specific route that will not be at all in this game. So
Yeah, I mean, they have all the Pokemon trainers still match like the types and stuff like that.
oh, okay. So it's still like Roxanne's gonna use rock types plus.
Oh wait, fuck. No, I don't know. Actually, I'm going into this ROM hack pretty blind for the record.
So there could be a whole Republican and Democrat gyms.
That the Tate and Liza.
Liza. That's an awkward Thanksgiving for them.
How, just so you guys know how like we go about ROM hacks that like I make specifically for like my channel, how it works is I give them an idea, they make it, we hire a couple people to play test it, and then they give it to me after it goes through that, because like I don't want to see it, right? Because I think me reacting to it blind on stream is so much more entertaining than me being like, now guys, look at this, you know?
Right. You know what's right around the corner.
Yeah. All I did was ask them, because like my assistant Venus, and like a few other people, normally I'll just be like, pass something onto them, see if they approve of it, because it's like, I don't want them to go like a little out of pocket on the types, right? And suddenly put something, I'm like, I don't know. When is this happening? They said it should be done with probably like sometime this week, so we could probably stream it soon. And that's an easy YouTube video. Pokemon, but I added too many types, something like that.
Yeah, that video will bang.
Yeah, you just put all the types and the thumbnail behind it. Put Lucario in the middle and say that he's furry type in the middle, and it's easy.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Bada bing.
You just yeah.
Honestly, it's that simple.
Coming to a YouTube sub box near you soon, or front page.
What do they do with moves? Dude, they added actually. I am shocked at the work they put in this so quick. They actually added a lot of moves to this for all the types. But I think what they did was they kind of just borrowed the animations from like tons of other types, maybe change the hues or something like that.
I will say, Kobe sent me one thing before I said I don't want to know anything else, and it was pretty incredible what I saw.
Just say it.
It was a move that included the bite of 87.
Oh shit! Oh wait. Yeah. Don't tell me anymore. I don't want to know.
So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, what the fuck? Is there a FNAF type in the game?
So who knows how far they could have taken it.
Okay, so yeah, we have the bite of 87 in the game, so we gotta watch out. Yeah, Biden Blast might be in it. Who knows?
He's gonna scream soda at you, and then it's gonna.
That's the liberal
like
move. Wait, Biden Blast as the liberal like hydro pump is insane. What the fuck was that sentence I just said?
You're gonna get a lot of good clips out of this playthrough. Someone was saying that Team Aqua and Team Magma should be Democrats and Republicans. And I think that would be
as they're both fucking with some eco-terrorism.
Right.
Yeah, that God, Bite of 87. Yeah, I thought they showed you what they showed me, but now I don't want to say it because I know it's not. Yeah, I'm excited for both of us to play through it. And this is a ROM hack that we're gonna release to all of you guys if you guys want to play it. But it's whenever after the video goes live, I'm gonna post it. Why can't Stream Elements use the? Oh my God, wait, Stream Elements can't use the emotes. Wait. I'm gonna gift a sub to Stream Elements real quick. I can't use the emotes. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh, I was wondering why the emotes weren't working. All right, no, I'm gonna gift it a sub. Okay, there it goes. Now it can.
Now it looks perfect.
Now the bot can use emotes. Bravo.
That is so funny. He only had the follower emotes.
Yeah. But that's because you know we're working on like some other bigger ROM hacks, and we've been working on this for so fucking long, where it was so nice to pitch an idea that could be done in like a couple of weeks.
I feel that hard.
Yeah, because dude, what a lot of chat doesn't know is that there is one ROM hack that Braden and I have both like been working on, like just mainly been working with people working on it. Dude, we've been working on this shit since what, November 21?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a really like I feel like when you first pitched the idea, I can't even remember how long ago that's been.
I think it was like the end of 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a very funny idea coming soon eventually. I think early next year it might actually get finished.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it. I think this is the first time we've mentioned it. But we do have a funny ROM hack coming out, and it is rough. It's a ROM hack that's going to be funny, and it might get shut down.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe. I actually don't think it will. I think it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
How are the vending machines in Japan? Oh, awesome. Dude, I posted a short. I don't know if you saw it. It was talking about like people want to know what the vending. People keep asking me what vending machines do in Japan, and it's just me getting like a bottle of water on like a side of a vending machine. Like, what the fuck did you think he was gonna do? Because obviously the joke is people want to see like the weird vending machines.
Right.
But I thought that joke was funny, and it flew over people's heads. They're like,
oh no.
Yeah, the short did pretty well view-wise, but it was a lot of people who were just like, you do not understand what they were talking about. We wanted to see stuff like this, and it was like, I know. That's why it's funny. Yeah, because
they wanted to see you get cigarettes from a vending machine.
Yeah, or like get the coffee or the fried squid from a cigarette. How is it with Jaden's mini purchases? Guys, I understand you have this idea that Jaden is super irresponsible with money, but I am so much worse. She just boasts about all of her purchases. I'm in shame of mine. From a what, mate? Oh, Dylan, you don't know about the fried squid vending machines in Japan? Oh,
it's
also
really hard to find the crazy ones, though. It is very hard.
Yeah, I did find some of the food vending machines in like red light district.
Yeah.
All right, I said
I
from
think
a
I saw
cigarette.
one
Oops,
alcohol
my bad. But they are cigarette vending machines. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, brain not work.
Fried squid cigarette.
I did get the A statue, and now that I'm back from Japan without like an imminent glowing, alarm on when I had to leave the country, I think one of these days I'm gonna stream myself just building the A statue.
That would be sick.
Yeah. Do you see any cool cars? Dude, I barely saw cars. It was so nice not having to always hear cars. Wait, you have to build it? Oh, yeah, dude. The A statue got delivered in, like, 3 giant boxes I need crowbars to open with. Like, I don't even fucking know how to open this shit.
That is going to be an ordeal.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out I know where I want to put it. I just have to do, like, some preliminary cleaning before I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Did I compete in Pokemon World Championships? Fuck, no. No, dude, I have a full-time job. I don't have time for that. Where in Japan did you go? I mean, it was funny that I think Jane got real comfortable in Japan, and she was telling me, she was like, next time I come here, I want to go to like super rural Japan, learn more about it. And I was like, we don't speak the language. And she was like, oh yeah. And that was the conversation. Yeah, I didn't. Did you ever go to Maid Cafe, Braden?
Yeah. It's one of those things, you do it once, you do it with friends.
Yeah.
You do it once.
I feel like if you do it alone, it's weird.
It's very weird if you do it alone. And then you say, okay, never again. Okay, so I did go twice. But, because I was with a different group of friends, so.
Never again, he says.
But they were both, They were both like the cat. They weren't cat cafes, but like the maid. They were the maids like acted like cats, kind of. And
Like
so
cat
you
girls?
had to- yeah, like cat girl cafes.
He's addicted, chat says.
So they make you put on like the little ears. I actually have a really funny picture of me and all my friends doing it.
Yeah, on your
and,
third visit.
Yes, yeah. When I had to come back, but like in order to call the waitress over, you had to say something like "Suminyasen" or something. So we let's just say that it was not nobody in the table wanted to call for any drinks.
Is that
but
Sumi Nyasin?
something like that. It was something horrible. But they made you do it. They wouldn't come over any other way.
That is awesome. Yeah, what I thought was crazy was I don't remember where I was walking through. It wasn't even red light. It was but I was walking around and then you just have like the maid cafes have like 8 maids standing outside of it trying to convince you to come in.
Oh, they are relentless, dude.
Yeah.
They will come up to you. They will hound you more than anybody else in Japan to come to their maid cafe.
Yeah, that is
there was
crazy.
one time that I like walked
Sumi
down a
Nyasin
whole
is
city.
fucked up, dude. I'm sorry, go on.
But yeah, no, they like we walked down a whole street together and like had a whole conversation. I was like, I'm not going to your cafe. Like, you should probably just turn around.
Dude, and what the fuck's up with people? Like, you ask them for directions and they just take you there.
Dude, they're so nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, you could have just told me, left, I think.
Right. Yeah, Americans will be like, they'll get mad at you if you don't know where to go. They're like, I just told you, bro.
Yeah. Never again into my second time.
I had to go with the boys, you know.
Yeah, no. I didn't go to a maid cafe this time, but again, it's just like something I was like, I'd like to experience it.
I guess
You wanna go for your third
I might have to
time?
go for my third time. Third time's the charm.
And then you're
see if I
done.
can-
You're
Then it's over. Never again.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like all the weird stores and stuff like that I saw. I had McDonald's. Honestly, I had McDonald's more than I feel like I should have had it while I was in Japan.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things where when you start living there, it's like, oh yeah, McDonald's hits.
It
But-
hits really good, but also one of my favorite part about living in America, period, is like breakfast. I love American breakfast, and I guess I didn't realize it's not breakfast across the world.
Right. No, for sure.
Like, if I wanted to find like a good breakfast sandwich, I had to go to McDonald's. And also,
you want
McDonald's is
breakfast-
better in other countries in America just
Yeah.
because food standards are different.
Right. Yeah, if you want breakfast in Japan, like if you want to go out and get breakfast, you're gonna be eating Western style breakfast. Like you can't really
Yeah.
get Japanese style breakfast at like a restaurant.
Yeah, so I just got like just sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits or a McGriddle if I was feeling brave. And no, it was really good. I thought what was crazy was I got a picture of it like on the menu. They tried to pitch it to me. They were like, they have the double Big Mac,
The Giga Mac,
which is
Yeah, it's
crazy to
insane.
me. That's just like that's the most American thing I've ever heard of, and how have I not
know.
ever heard of it?
The fact we don't have a Giga Mac here, it's
Oh,
almost
it's
a
called the
shame.
Giga Mac.
Yes, at least I'm pretty sure it is.
I mean, the official name was just double Big Mac, but if it's like called Giga Mac, that's
think-
funny.
I'm pretty sure there's a Giga Mac.
my
I
God.
could have sworn that they had one. Yeah, Giga Mac. McDonald's unveils Giga Big. Maybe it's called. Oh, it's called a Giga Big Mac. Whatever.
Oh, this
I
is
shortened that
crazy.
to Grand Big Mac. I don't know. Maybe there was. I could have sworn that there was. Yeah, no. I found it. I'll send you a screenshot of
Oh, I see
What
it
the-
now.
the Giga.
Yeah, that was it. So
Giga Mac.
they had the double Big Mac, and it's just so fucked up to me because I'm like, I cannot believe that's not in America.
Yeah, we're dropping the ball. We need to step our
Yeah.
game up.
I looked
McDonald's
up. It's
game
not
is kinda weak.
exclusive to Japan. It's in a few countries, but just not in
Oh,
America.
okay. That's so crazy to me. Maybe they're like, okay, Americans are already fat. If we do this, it'll just send them over the
Dude,
edge.
the crazy. What I really liked about the McDonald's that I had, I ordered my McDouble with egg in it, and it's like,
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
yeah, I'm not a huge like runny egg on burger kind of guy, but just like I think the processed egg tastes really good on McDonald's. That's good. I think the fries were I don't know if this was the place, but they really put salt on the fry. Everywhere I went that had like American or I guess French fries, right? They had they were salted to hell and back, and I love salty fries.
Yeah. No, that's the way to do it. If you're gonna go,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, you might as well just go all in.
Yeah, and yeah, I think like the thing with the steak that I had, they just had so much fucking pepper on it, and I love pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And I put this on everything, and it was super good. But McDonald's, the fries were good. They also had like a hot pocket thing there. That was like all right.
Adult cream pie. Is it one of those?
Yeah, something like that. What else did I have that was there? Their nuggets were really good. They tasted super full.
Man, you did eat a lot.
Yeah, no,
of
you're getting
McDonald's.
hard for that one, Brayden.
It's a real thing. Look it up. Otonna no cream pie or something like that. It's real.
I was doing my best to move on from it, but chat caught up to you. I'm not looking that up, they say.
Make sure safe search is on.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything cool. I guess let me go day by day. USJ was incredible. I really liked Universal.
Oh yeah, it's way better than the one in Hollywood for sure.
For sure. The one
Oh
piece.
shoot, no, not the X videos link.
Yeah, the Kirby Cafe was good.
It's exactly what that is. I'm sending it to you on.
Bro.
They really released it. They really released the adult cream pie.
Yeah, the adult cream pie looks delicious, man. It looks great, man.
It looks delicious.
Afraid to ask, but does cream pie mean something other than dessert? Thank you,
Oh no.
first time chatter. I think
It's obviously
you
a
should...
sweet dessert that you get to get at Japanese
It's
McDonald's.
funny because you know that... It's funny that Automod caught that. So that should answer your question.
Right.
Yeah, Automod going crazy right now.
Might be.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing like all the kinds of food that they had at Universal. Because they had like a lot of like mochi and dumpling stuff. They were like themed everywhere.
Right. I had a Spy Family churro
Ooh.
that was like covered in like some black
Dude, they had...
sugar or something like that.
Yeah, they had a
It was, like,
JJK churro too.
Oh wow, they must go through those quickly. Every month they got to bring out the new churro.
Yeah, the One Piece stuff is there until... Oh, yeah, I got to go... They replaced... They had Sanji's Pirate Restaurant, but it was reservations and I couldn't get in. But they had another... They replaced like a Jurassic Park restaurant and just made it One Piece. It could have been the exact same food they normally have, right? But it's just...
Right.
They had Luffy meat dish. It was like Luffy... I think it was like Luffy's meaty meat dish is what it was called.
Meaty meat dish.
There's just like a lot of like steak, sausage, and then you had like rice in the shape of a straw hat, and that was really cute actually.
Oh, that all the character cafes are just so fun in Japan.
Yeah. And then they had Frankie's American Chicken, and then I think they had Usopp Fish. I don't remember what it was called. And then they had desserts modeled after Zoro and Sanji, and had drinks named after Robin Brooke, Nami. And then they had a collector's cup you could get with Chopper.
Gotcha.
And that, I think that was my... When I ordered food there in Universal for that specific restaurant, that was the first and probably only time I had like a full conversation at length in Japanese. That was the... Yeah.
Those are always the most fun.
That was my Nihongo Josie moment.
They hit you with it after that one.
Yeah.
Like, man, This guy is Japanese, just so good.
Yes. So, yeah. And it was fun. The food was decent. Did I show you the Jaws dog? I showed chat.
Don't think so.
Oh, let me show you the Jaws dog real quick.
Speaking of food, I do need to go eat dinner, so I'll look at this and then head out. But it's been a lot of fun talking Japan with you.
Thank you, Japan Braden. Kid Mods, get a shout out for his channel. Because you can do that on Twitch. I'm trying to find the Jaws dog. Hold up. What's for dinner, Braden?
Canes, actually.
Oh, when I was in Florida. No, not Florida. I went to Summit for Ludwig's big gamer thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, there's that Canes over there.
Yeah, I went there. I didn't go for long. I just went there for Jaden on day 2 because I wanted to see Coney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here, wait. I'll show you. First off, let me show you the JJK churro that they had.
Oh, that looks very similar to the Spy Family one that I had. So, but that one looks better. That one has a lot more going on. That one looks cool.
Yeah, here's the Snoopy cafe food I had. They had spaghetti. And honestly, the sauce hit. It was decent sauce. The fries were good. The chicken nuggets were not, but it was good. And I'm trying to find. It's always hard finding one specific picture in a sea of them.
Then you feel like you're under pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to scroll up more. Oh, I got that. I'm sorry to. It's a jacket from you, but I got that Boo button up that you got from USJ.
Oh, dude, you had that shirt is so clean.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I noticed you were wearing the Pokemon one. That looks good.
Yeah, this is from USJ. It's cute. Do you have it too?
No, I got there was a Mario Kart one and a Boo one.
All right,
I should have balled harder. I should have just gotten everything.
Okay, so here it is, Braden. You ready for this?
The legendary Jaws dog. Oh my god.
It's the Jaws dog.
Is that ketchup like in the mouth?
Oh, I didn't even
at the base of the dog.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that's ketchup.
The innovation, only in Japan.
Only in Japan.
Incredible. I gotta go back. I gotta go back for the Jaws dog.
Yeah, just say when.
Oh man.
And then
all right, well,
here's Snoopy ramen.
Aw, dude, Snoopy's huge in Japan. It's so crazy.
I think that was single-handedly the biggest surprise when I went to Japan.
Yeah,
is how big Snoopy
Peanuts
was.
is just All right, well, I do need to bounce now.
All right, enjoy.
I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, we'll do something soon. Enjoy your dinner. Everyone say bye-bye, Japan, Braden.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Jacob. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now that we're done with that, I kind of thought like today would be like a big stream back, but I think honestly I'm just still pretty tired, so I'm working back through it. I think next stream I'll probably do something like a bit more normal, right? Because I'm also catching up on content and like a lot of work. Like a lot of people have done work while I was gone, so now I'm like getting back in the swing of things and everything and whatnot. So this stream, it's just a just chatting stream, you know. I think the next stream I do, honestly, I'm just really eager. I think I want to play Grand Coliseum. So that might be the next stream. Give me a couple days. I'm still catching up on some other work, and I need to it's just some human stuff. I want to clean my house a little bit. I got to do laundry from Japan. I got to fully unpack. I got to mail out all the gifts I got from Japan, and then I had to do like some boring normie shit, like I gotta renew my license, you know, and that might take a full day. Who knows? And I haven't gotten to raid Jaden yet since she moved to Twitch. But it's Coney's birthday. It is Coney's birthday, that's true. No, we're going to raid Jaden. We're going to raid Jaden because... And we're going to raid... Someone to let Coney know I'm not raiding him, even though it's his birthday. So just let him know. Yeah, we'll raid Jaden. I just don't know how long she's going to be streaming for. Wait, let me see how long she's been streaming for. Oh, 11 minutes? Oh, she just started. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we're going to raid Jaden. Everyone spam Miku emotes and the Jaden emote I have. And, just tell her I say hi. Because she is also recovering from Japan, so she's also moving a little sluggish through life. But, yeah, fun just chatting stream. Thank you to Braden for coming through. And I'll see you in a couple days. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, I'll probably be back like Friday, Saturday. I'll be back streaming soon. Anyways, bye everyone.